Let me load it up.
Hello, J Monk. Welcome to the stream.
Early bird.
And I'm gonna have to pause it so it doesn't ruin my day. Good evening, Jack. How are you? Welcome to the Passimian Golduck stream. Because that is all we have of Sun and Moon.
As sad as it is.
But it's all we need.
All the good stuff, all the important stuff we get.
I'm sure we can build some other stuff. Let's start by actually looking at what else you can get in these theme decks.
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually.
Sun and Moon. Let's filter. Beware. Pretty sure this is terrible. Yeah. Play Crab Brawler. +4 Regirocks. Sick damage.
I don't know what that does. There's a delay on the stream as well. Damn it, Joe.
Don't worry. Okay, so Herdia is actually a genuinely decent card. So
Yeah.
Herdia Bunnelby can be a thing.
no. Oh, we get Pinsir. Cool. We can build some Pinsir troll decks. Got myself Togedemaru, which is terrible. Yeah, that's just about everything. Everything is bad. Selen93, how's it going?
Evening.
Oh yeah, we have Oranguru as well. Did I flick past Oranguru? I must have.
How dare you?
What have I filtered wrong? Anyway. So, Jack, do you want to have a game?
I'm on the ladder at the moment, but I will once I've finished.
Okay.
If you want to play Luke first, or play a viewer first, or
Monte
Someone
Carlo.
play. If you want to play viewer first, I'm just building.
Okay, so if anyone wants to play, just drop me a challenge. I'll be playing maybe some Sun and Moon stuff, maybe some standard stuff. I'll be switching between them all to keep things fresh, because, you know, we like that.
Very limited.
Limited to Passimian Golduck and Vespivile with Shinotic, basically. Kayoshiro 44, first time here. Hello to you. Monte
Hello.
Carlo, how's it going? Logan, how are you, my friend? I was quick on the trigger last week. Yeah, I'm a bit calmer today. But, we'll see how these games go, I guess.
Shall I post up that we're live?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do, mate.
Yeah.
I'm always too lazy for that. Yeah, so anyone drop me a challenge whenever. And we can start playing some games. Oops, don't want to concede. What is going on there? That was weird. Okay. Also, we're going to be looking at the Athens top 8 decks today.
oh yeah, I need to grab those as well, don't I?
I think I've got them ready to go. So,
If
people have their last League Cups, they can figure out what decks to play, etc. We are here for you. For all those needs. Logan wants your deck list, by the way, Luke.
the what?
Oh, Kaio Shiro, he's been in here for 2 minutes and he's seen enough. He's following already. Good lad. Thanks for the follow.
He knows how it works.
Will any of us be at Wakefield League Cup? No.
I won't be, no.
Luke, are you?
Nah.
If I'm going to anything this week, it will be Loughborough LC, just because it's 5 minutes away. Or 5
Yeah.
minutes on the train.
If I go to anything, it'll be a pre-release, I guess. Just want some new cards.
Same
Yeah.
For me. Still no
I'm all
challenges.
Pokemon out.
Unbelievable. Luke, are you ready?
No, because I've stopped building decks to post on Facebook.
Ah, unbelievable. Let's have a look at some decks then. Let's have a look at my first draft of Golduck. So, A lot of people like low-key hype Golduck. Oh wow, we've got a challenge. Okay, we'll have a game of Golduck and then we'll talk about it later. Jack Snell, thanks for the follow, mate.
Nice.
We'll talk about Golduck throughout, obviously, because it's going to be one of the decks that I play the most today. And the theory is you play lots of stage 1s, Octillery, Starmie, and Golduck himself to keep hitting 120 a turn for 1 energy. That's the idea, which in theory seems fine. But then
So there's a hater though.
There's the practicality issues of Garbodor / Hexmaniac. Oh wow, we're up against a Volk. Our hand is trash though. Okay. Yeah, Hexmaniac. Even Lysandering, Starmie, just N in general. I know people play Octillery, but N plus Garb, stuff like that is going to slow the deck down a lot. There'll be turns where you whiff damage, and in the end, is 120 every single turn enough? Especially when it's not technically always every single turn. There'll be turns when you do misfire and only do 60, or even a forced to poke for Golduck's second attack for 20. And I think that is where the deck will lose its games, and why I don't think it's an amazing archetype. Having said that, it could be another check to Volcanion, which is kind of cool. Volk gaining some hype because of Lurantis and Decidueye. Now it has to take maybe a step back sometimes and think, wait a minute, Golduck's a thing, Aquabox might be a thing, and Greninja might still be a thing. So I think it has something to offer, even if it's not played heavily. Holy hell. I hexed turn 1 and they got a turn 1 Volcanic Heat on me. What? Top deck, please.
Volcanion.
Top deck, please. Oh, we got N. Okay. Do I even put down Mew? I think it's safest to put the Floatstone on it, because Golduck does have free retreat when we can evolve. So we just want Golduck 3 energy in hand. No luck there. So we'll just go for a Confusion Wave this turn. I'll hold the Level Ball in hand, I think. Putting the balloon on doesn't do anything because his entire deck is weak to water. The only thing it does do is maybe deter him from Lysandering one of these guys. I think the Remoraid is more important than Starmie, while we still have a lot of energy in the deck. So we'll put the balloon there, and we'll go for big old Confusion.
Would you not level ball for another side up in case you die?
Nah.
Okay.
Probably should have. Just thinking, he ain't gonna flip. Wait, oh, you're both confused? Okay, cool. I was like, what is going on, Psyduck?
What have you done to me?
What have you done here?
You've hit all 4 elixirs already.
Yeah. What is Hex to this man? What do we think about Toxapex GX? I think its attack is awkward, both in playing against it but also getting it set up. I don't think it'll be top tier unless we get some better Psychic Acceleration.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it needs Psychic Acceleration before it's busted.
In theory, you like evolutions with Golduck. I think because I'm already playing 3 stage 1s, I don't think jamming in anymore is that good of an idea. In this list, by the way, I'm playing 1 Golduck break just because we play 3 splash energy and we have high HP that way. So if anyone's wondering, we don't care about the ability, we just play it for the HPs. Right, let's grab Octillery. Either we whiff this or we find playable card. Playable card is Dive Ball. Great news. Heavy Tortoise, how's it going? Let's grab Starmie. So, not bad. By turn 3, we have got all of our stage 1s up with a splash developed. Issue being that we can't draw into
Energies.
what we want. We can't Space Beacon because we don't have any water in the discard pile. This could be... what switch cards do we play in this deck? We only play Floatstone and Olympia, so we can't even free retreat, attach to Mew, somehow discard the energy for Space Beacon for 1 card, which would be fun. So I think we're just going to double jet for 120. They're still confused, so it's not actually that horrible.
Dark Slowbro, hello.
Dark Slowbro, how's it going, buddy?
Evening.
A bit tired from weekend pre-releases. Let me know what you guys got from pre-releases. Jack is hunting Decidueyes like a demon. He's almost got his playset. But I've not been to a pre-release yet, so I'm ready to get my hands on stuff. So let me know.
Oh, as if.
The guy at League went 4-1 with Evolution's Poliwrath. And only lost to Greninja. Wow. I can't even remember what the Poliwrath from Evolutions does. But the the Sun and Moon +1 set revealed a Poly Toad, which is an interesting attack.
Yeah. I thought, when I saw that, I was like, that's a
Quaking
card.
No, it's not. It tutors out a Poliwag, Whirl, and Wrath for 1 water energy. Straight to the bench.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
They love that kind of stuff, don't they?
Yeah, for some reason the Polys always get that sort of mechanic. It's weird. Okay, Golduck number 2 is established. We can start with a beacon and then attach a water, just a -1 from hand, just to get more from Octillery before we play either N or Sycamore. Hmm.
50 for 1 energy and 50 more if it was switched in. Lots of switch cards and Manaphy.
Balloon is a good deterrent now to this guy. Floatstone can go on Octillery. We can just Sycamore away this hand. We're always going to have abilities, so Starmie is fine. We don't need to hold this retrieval. And we only hit 1 energy again. I'm so sad. So sad. Welcome to this deck and why it's bad, Luke.
You perhaps know I'm not paying attention yet because I'm trying to share posts and build decks. So I'm assuming you're just playing it badly because you don't like it. That's all I'm putting down to this right now.
Don't get me wrong. I think we never lose this game, but I think showing how it can whiff is a bit annoying. I did have the old option that turn to simply Lysander and take 2 prizes. Maybe that wasn't too bad, but I still like establishing more Golduck. So yeah.
What's the energy count? I think that's going to be the tough part.
3 splash, 8 basic.
Any letters?
No. Maybe some letter is required.
Yeah, that seems good.
Obviously first draft though. Maybe I should play 2 letter rather than 2 retrieval and just bank on Starmie the whole time.
Yeah, you can maybe put 1 fisherman in.
Yeah. So bad though, fisherman for a turn. But I guess if you have splash energy, you don't really need anything else.
Yeah. And you got artillery.
Yeah.
So never mind if you fisherman in, you'll make sure you got artillery first.
Big hand, yeah. Oh boy. The big power heater KOs. Bursting Balloon gets us a prize. Get the whole gang out.
What's our favourite Sun and Moon card?
I've not looked at the set as much as I should have, so yeah.
Thanks for that.
Is that I don't know?
Yeah, I'm not 100%, because I'm not putting enough into the set.
I think Umbreon's up there for me after seeing it in action yesterday a bit more. I think Decidueye is really cool, and that's why I've got 3 already. What else? Yeah, I'd say probably one of those two is my favourite. Maybe Solgaleo just for the future potential, because Soulburst GX is nuts.
Our deck is like all Pokemon and Water Energy now. We've cycled like everything else. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it needs a letter or two in there.
Yeah, we can work on it. It's actually tighter than I thought it was, because I'm playing balloons. But maybe balloons are too much.
Joe, what one cheeky card could be in there?
Go on.
The thing that you can put on the bench and then pick back up.
Wishy-washy.
Because with Golduck break, you can put energy on that and pick it back up.
That's so dumb.
That's insane. It's clever. It's good. Let's do it.
Good.
Right, I can go back to building decks now.
You feel like you always make it to these streams late? Are you early for once? You're within the first 15 minutes, so you're not at all late. Dr. Kieran.
You're all good.
Solgaleo, Broken, and Umbreon. Yeah. You hate Umbreon. How come you hate Umbreon, Dark Slowbro?
Umbreon's really good.
Renegade Runner says, "What is this madness?" This is
Golduck time.
This is us struggling to play with all of the Sun and Moon cards, so having to play with some of the Sun and Moon cards.
Dun, 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 dun. It's interesting that they made the Steam decks available this early. Have they done that before in previous sets? Does anyone know?
No,
Sorry?
they've always been on the same day as release.
Really?
Joe, Jack thinks you're wildly overrating Laupress GX.
Okay.
I'm probably one overrating it. I love it. I think it's great.
I think it's pretty good. I think just for the engine it's got, the Aquabox engine is just nuts. New Secret Red DC was revealed. Yeah, me and Joe were talking about this earlier on. It's
I blamed Trump.
That was the first message I had with Joe today. Gold DCE blame Trump, I think were his words.
Yep.
But yeah, it's the missing Exodia piece. Let's see.
How much do you reckon there'll be then?
What's
Too
that?
much for me to spend.
Oh, the DCs?
Yeah.
Too much. Surely too much.
I considered getting, like, when they revealed the Ultra Balls, I remember considering getting them, but someone at the pre-release this week traded a gold Ultra Ball for a booster box. I was like, if they're... No, I can't justify that much money.
What?
A Sun and
That's
Moon one as well.
insane.
It was nuts.
Guess what, guys? Golduck can beat Volk.
Imagine that.
Confirmed best deck in format.
Space bacon.
Well, Golduck's on a win streak. 100% win rate. Still need to make changes.
Hello Star set was available.
Let's edit the deck. I think I just like retrieval. Like, I don't like retrieval. The ball search seemed really high there as well. But maybe that's... Yeah. Maybe I just go to 2 level for dive. Because we have splash so much anyway. That we just go fisherman double letter.
Yeah.
Oop. That should be fine. We'll try that. Is Golduck break even worth it? Well, I don't know. I'm trying it out. Because we have so many splash energies, you can cycle 140 HP. And 140 HP is a lot more than 90.
Math.
So, if you're able to chain it, it's fine. So.
Oh, this man has got timer ball and nest ball.
It could end up being cut. Luke, you around?
Almost. Just finishing off building.
By the way, for the record, guys, I don't think Golduck is good. It's just all we have to play with right now.
Nest ball seems insanely powerful in the format. I was playing some Volcanion with nest ball yesterday, and just a couple were really nice. Just insta drops. Don't worry about if you start Hooper or if you prize Hooper. You can still like flood the board so quickly.
Mm-hmm. It feels like it's going to be that 5th ball card behind every 4 Ultra Ball that you play in a lot of decks.
Yeah.
And in some decks, it becomes like a 4 of just because you want to flood the field. Like Passimian.
Cough, Passimian, cough.
Yep. Pretty much. Okay. Do I even need a letter in here? Not letter, mail. Could go heavier on the ball count.
For what, sorry?
Trainer's mail. Because balls get me into artillery, which gets me into cards anyway. Let's go to 2 mail, 3 level. I like having lots of balls in the deck. It's 3 stage 1s.
I think your professor's letter get weaker then, though.
Why?
Because you haven't got mail to search them out.
I've got 2. 2. 2.
2's more than 0.
2's lots. I only ever need 2 to cycle with Starmie, right?
Yeah.
The only issue with Passimian is that it can't easily do 1-hit KOs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It feels like it is the cornerstone of this is a consistent deck. I will do what I want to do 98% of the time. But what I want to do isn't actually that strong. So hope
can I win on
enough.
Consistency instead?
Yeah. Can I just never miss a turn, hope that you miss a turn, and as in sort of miss a knockout, or don't hit the Lysander, or get more punished by N, or something like that? Is that going to be enough of a swing? Because I know that I'm always going to be hitting 130 a turn. That's the question mark we have about Passimian. There's no doubt in my mind it's super consistent. It's whether or not that is enough to win it games, or it's an archetype that doesn't have enough output. Simply until choice banned, it's not good enough. We shall see. But with choice banned, it's definitely insane. 130 goes to 160, goes to 180 with Kukui. That's insane. So.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Is that the Joe Bernard from OmniPoke? It is. It is Tiramisu Lover. Welcome to you.
Thank you for joining us.
Venusaur. I'm up against Venusaur, boys. If you couldn't tell by the sound effect.
What does Venusaur do? The EX?
Yeah.
Is there a non-EX in format? There is actually.
No. I feel like Volcanion destroys Passimian. It depends, really. Passimian can play Fury Belt Hex build, and it can be really awkward. Additionally, it can play... I think both builds are awkward for Volk to deal with. If it's playing the Balloon build, then you hit 130 with balloons, you should win a prize race, in theory. If you're playing Fury Belt build, you can play 1 Hex, and then Passimian is always going to get a 2-hit KO. I mean, it's always going to 2-hit KO an EX for a single prize, so I can always see it winning races against Volk. I can't always see it winning races against some other decks, but yeah. Right, I'm going to toss the Fury Belts, they're not important in this matchup. Venusaur new meta. You guys know. Are you sad that Shauna wasn't reprinted in Sun and Moon? No. Not at all. Come on, where are my nest balls at? Do we need town map? Do we need the Mew? All these questions. I think I'll take the map. We have the option to revive. I could even be tossing this town map here. We can't attack this turn, so we don't actually have to do much with this hand. Might just map pass. The main thing is that, and then so we'll pass. How do you already have those new cards? It's just from the theme decks. You get Passimian and you get Oranguru. You can get Shinotic, and you can also get Golduck. Those are like the only worth noting cards, really, other than Herdia, I guess. If you want to play some expanded. You think third Shaman's better than Oranguru? I just think they just serve completely different roles. Third Shaman is just more of the early game. Oranguru is you've been into 1, you need to hit your last DCE for game. Shaman isn't going to help that if your bench is already full. If Volk gets the first attack and there's no Hex on turn 1, Volk would probably get 0-hit KO on the active Passimian. You think turn 1 it's always going to hit 110? I don't think that's always true. Oh, I forgot Pinsir. Yeah, Pinsir's good.
Pinsir.
Well, guys, I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to get some pop to the shop and get some painkillers. A bit of a bad headache, so.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Back in a minute, guys.
Hand equals bad. All of our Ultra Balls. You think Oranguru's value is dependent on how many Nest Ball we play? Well, we play 4, so should be decent value.
That's okay.
I think I'm using him here because I need to get into a supporter really. Going for 70 damage isn't relevant enough, so we may as well just dig harder. Who needs puzzles? Let's just do insta-play stuff. Oh, that's so annoying. Special charges in the thing. We'll just take this. Let's explode on this guy. Okay, that's pretty good. Do you think Greninja is going to become a bad deck with all these really good grass things coming out? I think because of Decidueye and how strong his ability is, it means there's still going to be high alert for Garbodor, which is a problem, obviously, for Greninja. And yes, those aren't the easiest of matchups. Both Decidueye and Lurantis can one-hit KO you every single turn. So there's challenges for Greninja. Also, just the fact that GXs have more HP inherently makes it harder for Greninja. But there's still going to be things like Umbreon and other decks that can still get really punished by Greninja. So I don't think it's necessarily completely dead. I think it will be one of these decks that has to pick its moments to do well in tournaments.
I think the field gets a lot more awkward for it, but like you say, well, Greninja's a deck that if people don't expect it and not build around it specifically, but if people aren't playing Garbodor, then there's always the threat that one day Greninja can just set up perfectly and destroy everything, just because it's that kind of deck. But yeah, it's just whether we see it, whether we see that happen, depending on how much Garbodor is played and stuff.
Saying maybe play weakness policy in Greninja. I mean, true, but I think Balloon is still, again, going back to the point that GXs have more HP, I think Balloon's even more important for Greninja. Maybe it has to play Eco Arm. So maybe like 1 weakness policy, 3 Balloons, 1 Eco Arm. Who knows? Something like that. Let's go. And if Lurantis plays Vileplume, you probably have to play Talonflame again.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Venusaur things. No energy in the discard pile, so I don't think this guy's going to be attacking me anytime soon. We have Connor James Bird now following. Thanks so much.
Cheers, buddy.
Lysander. Lysandering the Oranguru with the Floatstone. What's going on here? VS Seeker's Lysander. And passes. That's some play. Really don't want to VS Seek Sycamore because of final or third puzzle. Can't really get rid of him. We could... Don't really want to spend third revive either, so playing Nestball revive down just for 1 card from Instruct doesn't sound strong. I think we just retreat and poke again. It's likely they Lysander respond us next turn. It's really frustrating that we can't take prizes this turn, so we can't pull the rope out. But we'll just go for team play here. Glaceon might be a bit better now since there's more evolutions. Yeah, I think Glaceon is one of the big factors why I like Aquabox going into the new format. Oh wow, they didn't Lysander. They're just letting this happen. Interesting. If they had it and they'd play it. We know 1 card's Lysander, 1 card is another Venusaur. They don't have anything. Surely not. We'll just take rope and charge here, I think. Covers me for like a lot of situations. Could you show me my Magina Zeb Striker Giratina list? Sure, I think I still have it somewhere. So that's where we see just the early aggression of a Passimian deck overcoming a greedy list. And I think that's what Passimian will do a lot. Anything that's a little bit too complicated will just get run over. In the same way that Night March did, but this guarantees a lot of damage a lot of the time. Night March can have big turns, it can have slow turns, Passimian is Passimian. I got rid of my my weird Giratina box thing. I'm pretty sure, at least. Yeah, those are all just bad decks. Yeah, I got rid of it. I can send it to you, Benji, on Facebook if you want. The format's over, so I don't really mind. It's bad. Just letting you know. But hey. Jack, are you free?
Pre-warning.
Or are you playing?
Yeah.
You free? Okay. What's the most fun to play deck in format pre-Sun and Moon? Pre-Sun and Moon. Good question.
Most fun to play.
I'd probably say Volcanion's the most fun to play when you're not under ability lock. It can do some wild things.
When you're not against heavy hex or garb.
Yeah. It wrecks the Darkrai bandwagoners. Yeah. We'll be looking at the Athens top 8 soon. Spoiler, there's lots of Darkrai, so ruining their party, ruining all the hipster Umbreon players when they come online. That's going to be pretty cool. So I'm kind of worried when I start testing Umbreon online, because I know everyone's going to have Passimian, because it's so easy to get it and access it. So the fact that it's like the budget deck means it's probably going to be really popular on PTCGO, which is pretty sad for me trying to test Umbreon, because I really want to test Umbreon, because I think it's pretty good. So yeah. That's a hand, I guess. You're also able to one-bop Tauros players, which is fun.
Nice.
I was thinking, Jack, what do you think about Tauros Varplume?
Oh yeah, I remember we talked about this, didn't we? Because it's like a new good attacker for Vilebox.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
just Tauros.
Very streamlined Tauros. Like maybe still 1 mana fee and like 4 water, but like just 4 DCE.
Yeah, but focusing on. I mean, yeah, I can see it working because people can't often
when they're under
do much, so you just do more. You just do more damage than them.
Yeah. Gonna have to build that when it comes out.
It's just whether there's always good numbers, I guess.
Just get out with those item lock suggestions. Yeah. Like, hands up who wants to play against Varplume Tauros right now. Who wants to play against that? No one. Absolutely no one.
10.
Well, Lord Tauros, Ninja Boy, Nooba Diff. I think Tauros could be a fine one of in Warlord for sure. Because a lot of the time Warlord will be facing someone trying to conserve their resources, therefore they're not playing Pokemon down to the bench, etc. So if they're just trying to have one big attacker trying to slam through Warlord, you can obviously win the game that way. So it adds a new dimension to Wales, which is kind of cool. And lame at the same time.
Is there any good Pokemon which have switching attacks like Umbreon Strafe, and you could switch to Tauros GX like Domfan did?
I think Umbreon is one of the better ones.
I think Umbreon's the only one we've got at the moment.
Well, Marowak can.
Growlithe.
And Growlithe can. Gengar EX? Yeah, but that's expanded.
By then, play Domfan. Which is strong.
Guess what? I've got more playing to do, Jack.
It's like Night March all over again. I'll go and cook dinner or something. I don't like the new Ultra Ball art.
How dare you?
It's not gold enough for me. Get a gold one.
Oh, 2 non-Instaplay cards. How rare is that?
It's not meant to happen.
It's not meant to happen.
A revive.
Why is the anti-meta thing bad? What if you don't expect Greninja and Darkrai to be played? If you don't expect Greninja, it's a great play. Darkrai, I don't know how the matchup goes, because it wasn't really a thing that was on my radar too much. I would assume it wouldn't go well. But, yeah. Six, 9, 10, 11. I've missed it.
I'm alive. My Entei's alive. Oh, okay. Sky Return. Cool. Good idea.
Thanks. I'm full of them.
140. That's humongous. That's huge.
Play Zygarde Galvantula. Do I have that built? I might do. We can play some of that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Best card in format just happened.
Give me that.
That just happened.
I don't want to have to use another floatstone here, but hey.
Why did you choose that one rather than the Fury Belted one? Floatstones are out for me now. You're crazy. Unless you don't have a fire energy, which in that case is fine. Like an extra one in hand.
I'm ending, so
Okay.
hopefully I hit one. But
well, you don't need to now, do you?
no, but it would have been fine if I did. Okay. Swing. Pop. 1 monkey down, 5 to go.
5? Oh yeah, you've got to get through one each turn.
Yep.
I hear you. Have to get through some Mews as well, though.
What is Mew? What is Mew and
Mew?
Yep, there we go. That'll do.
That'll tell you everything you need to know about Mew.
Oh, I could get an Oranguru instead. Forget your Passimians. Let's target the real threat here. Doob Snacks, how you doing? Thank you for joining us.
2-hit KO is very tempting here. Alternatively, race, race, race.
I say race.
No, you're wrong.
Come on, be a team player. That's good. That card's very good.
Good evening, Bravo Boogie. Good to see you in here. What's up, Doob Snacks? Feels like Volk will run me over. Well, we're lots of non-EXs, and he's lots of EXs. So, think about that for a second. Wow, what is your hand? I thought it was going to be power heater turns for days here. Mew is a monkey fetus.
What?
A monkey fetus. Grim. So grim. Guru OP. Well, he actually was OP. That's incredible.
Get you a card. Oh boy, that's a card.
So that goes there, that goes there. This might even go here. Because we have this. Can't really hold it because of N. It'll go here, I think. And let's play as a team, guys. You were thinking about adding Zebstrika or Raichu as a 2-2 line or something to deal with Yveltal, but it might make the deck a bit too clunky. Well, Eepa, I do have Passimian Raichu built, so you're thinking along the same wavelength as me, which is probably a bad thing.
Nah, your initial comment was right.
You're good, you're good. Well, what is end to this man?
Volcanoes.
Big Daddy Volcanoes. Who knows? Volcanoes. I would really like a DC or a puzzle here. Or teammates. That's pretty good. We can do this. Oh, that is just brilliant. Okay.
Puzzle?
Monkey DCE.
What? That's so good. I'll get my energy and my damage.
I think we just take that and that off the prizes.
Wait, what?
If we get this, we still have to two-shot through this, and I don't like that. I want to... We have got Fluribet on. How many EXs are in this bin? Just one. Aggressively going for prizes here means he automatically Volcanic Heats. Initiate 2-hit war. He has to retreat and like switch or rope or something. We'll have to get lots of EXs down and go for a power heater. 3, 6, 9. Yeah. If we force that sort of dig, he probably can't end. So he might just go for the 2-hit here. I think that's fine. Okay, that's what we're going for. We've thought it through. That's obviously a line, but my prizes don't really make that great. Can we name it Ape Escape? Yeah, I liked Monkey Madness. That was what I first called it. Ape Escape works. I only play one escape rope though. Is Passimian better than Gyarados? Poll. What do you define as better? Passimian works a lot of the time. Gyarados doesn't always work. It's the old consistency debate you gotta have. What makes a good deck? Some people will define Passimian as the best deck ever because it can do what it wants to achieve every single game. Whereas Gyarados can do that a lot less than every single game. So some people may define your Night Marches and your Passimians very similarly as the best deck, but additionally they have glaring weaknesses. So who knows? And I'm not saying for a second that Passimian's as good as Night March. Don't worry about that. But I'm saying it sets up the board state that it wants a lot of the time. Babbling, bumbling band of baboons. That's good. That was a little test for me. Okay. Guys. You don't have Lysander. Oh my goodness. That is just gross. End me into double puzzle.
Wow.
Not bad.
You say what are ends to me, what are ends to you?
Yeah. What's the other card I take here? Maybe just a male?
Cycle.
No, it's always DCE here. Let's not be crazy. It's got to be DCE. Get out of your hand, Lysander. We don't want either of these cards off the potential N if he doesn't have Lysander. So I can discard them both and Guru. We don't want either of these cards. That's for certain. And we hope. Jack's been smart to not replace the stadium all game. Clap, clap, clap to Jack.
Jack's not had any other stadiums all game.
Oh. Well, it would have been smart, Jack. Because then I would...
We'll go with
Then
it.
you would not have a win condition this turn at all.
Ah, I'm sorry. Pray.
Yeah, good. Damn it, Passimian. Why not Sky Return KO? Did it have enough?
There was a Fury Belt on. Yeah, I had 40 left, and there was a Fury Belt on.
But I still have another Shaman on the board.
Yeah. I don't think it. I saw the comment, but I didn't want to say it just because we were mid game. But I don't think it mattered because
It
you
puts
still
an
had a Shaman on the board.
It puts an equal amount of good and bad cards back into my hand because it's one Shaman, one DCE. Oh no, and a Fury Belt, so it's actually two more bad cards than good. Well, actually, the Shaman's a good card, right? I get back. What becomes better out? The Ultra Ball, yeah, it probably was better. Didn't change the win condition for Jack though.
No, I don't think it was that big anyway. Just because
Double puzzle, take a belt. He hit 160. Right.
I suppose if you'd taken a belt and then Sky returned.
Yeah, that's when it counts.
So then yeah. I think that's okay. That's such an awkward line though.
But DCE plus the belt meant that I was never ending. I always feel ending is still the combo I have to do most. N plus belt. What was the other thing I took? I took DCE. Yeah, that was probably better. Let's go again.
Oh, the 2 decks I have are one of them loses to Golduck, one of them loses to Passimian. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Turbo Dark.
Uh-oh.
Lol.
Oh, that Rowlet, that Listen coins are cool.
Hey guys.
Here he is.
Alive.
Bit of fresh air. Did me good.
Good, good. Oh, I'm gonna get so bodied.
Probably.
Who's winning?
Volk just beat Passimian once.
But now he's about to beat Turbo Darkrai.
Maybe.
A lot.
Who knows?
See you later, Sapandage. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Ugh. Children Sea Lover, that's the exact question that we're basically asking ourselves right now when we're trying to build and play with Passimian. We haven't had enough games to know if a consistent 2-hit KO is enough. I think it will always bring games close at the very least. So it could end up being just under the line of being worthwhile, but we'll see. Is that all my VS Seeker's gone? No. Lol.
Is it my turn yet?
No. VS Seeker's such an overrated card. Jesus Christ.
Who needs them?
Joe should be careful when playing monkeys. He could turn into Primeape again. Yeah, could do. It's always on standby. It's always there, ready.
So how's this deck been doing since I've been gone?
Feels like Passimian really needs Professor Kukui. The difference between 130 and 150 damage is not substantial, I don't think, at all. So, by that logic, I don't think it really needs Kukui. Gyarados just does a better job for when you are doing one prize Ohikyo, more stuff, and its typing is better. Typing better, yes, but Gyarados can lose to so many external factors, and just anyone teching against it can beat it. How do you tech against Passimian? Like, sure, Parallel City maybe, but it plays so much recovery. Can't really counter Passimian. It's just going to do what it does. and hope that that's enough. That one kid was Spinder. Exactly.
I just like the FML at the end.
Yeah. Am I actually getting rid of more puzzles here? I could lose this game just by trying to be so aggressive this turn. I could double puzzle, one male, and hope to get myself out of this awkward spot. What gets me out here? Nothing really, other than exactly N. N is not prized. Alternatives. Double puzzle for double male. And then succumb to Sycamore if need be. Could even be double acro, because double acro can get me into DCE, so I don't have to Sycamore this hand. This is a weird turn. Oh, I've already got so many resources. It's double acro. Okay. Let's go. Let's hit DC and be chilling, shall we?
I feel like the key to this deck is your opponent's benching Shaman. That feels like it's in matchups like Volk. But then you've also got the worry if you play down Skyfield, they can bounce it.
Yeah, but
Two things.
you were able to do the same though. The only way I lost was because he didn't put a stadium down, and I had Shamans on my side. So it's the same argument that I'll use to how it can. It doesn't really mind, I don't think, too often. Well, the fourth puzzle may as well jog on then. Out of puzzles, VS Seekers and Sycamores. And Lysanders, if I do this play. Get lucky? Is that a line?
Is that what I'm basing this off of?
Just pass.
Oh, why? Why do I draw like this when you're drawing bad? Why can't I then abuse that?
Off-kilter question, how are you liking the new card background layouts for Sun and Moon? On PTCGO or in real life? Oh boy. We got end, boys. We can still use Lysander this game. Woo! The dream. The dream. Let's be a team. Let's play. Team play. I have a team. I have a play. Team play. Love the memes. Nick, no good players cares about the appearance. Well, I've not actually had the proper cards in my hands yet, so I couldn't tell you too much. I think the new designs are cool though. The GXs look really
like
cool.
them. I think I think my favourite part is the energy. The new energy is so nice.
Doesn't Giratina basically destroy Passimian? Yes, but who's playing Giratina right now? That's it.
Lesson over.
And I don't think Passimian will be mainstream enough of an archetype that people will start playing Giratina. And I don't think Giratina is good enough in the format against everything else. Because its damage cap isn't a good enough number with bigger HPs around. I don't think. But yeah, it gets wrecked. Goes to a corner in shame as they're about to play Xerneas Tina in an upcoming League Cup. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it until Sun and Moon comes out, so... Tina's fine for now. Especially because Yveltal's falling off the map a bit. A lot less hammer-based decks. What are you going to say, Luke?
I can't remember. Getting old, my memories letting me down.
Damn it, Luke.
I mean, I have no idea how I ever win this game.
Nor me.
Even when you've... Oh, that's so annoying, because I feel like I could have. I'd just drawn slightly better than I had. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't.
But
Yeah.
Maybe you could.
Jeej.
Yeah, that's not worth playing.
Not even giving you the third knockout.
Do you want to play Golduck against Darkrai?
Sure.
Do it.
And then maybe after this we could look at the Athens lists. Now Luke's back.
Yeah.
Unless you want to wait for...
Oh yeah, we could wait.
I don't mind.
Haven't heard from him yet.
Okay.
I know he's on Skype. That's about it. Oh, dearie me.
See you soon, Logan.
See you later, buddy.
Do you know what? While you guys are playing, there's some cards revealed today, the full set from the new mini set, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not many actual new things, but...
Yeah. I'm just going to have a look at it, because I've not seen it all.
Gander. Good idea.
That's not what I'm looking for.
The Oricorios are pretty good.
Have we had no Ultra Beast yet?
Nope.
I'm very interested to see what mechanic they bring with them. I think it'll be something slightly different.
I don't think it'll be till set like 3 or 4. I think they'll save them.
I think they'll probably wait until the majority of the X's are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might. I get it. I bet it might be our either world set or the one after world. So stuff's rotated.
Yeah, I'd expect so. Is there 4 Ultra Beasts?
No, there's more than
I think
that,
there's
isn't there?
7.
Is it 7? Wow, okay. I've not played the
I
game
haven't
fully through,
really
so
finished the game yet either.
Everyone's calling you a beetle, Luke.
why am I Beedle?
Will we do a video on the mini set? Probably. There's some
Yeah.
good cards in there.
Could do.
Sylveon GX is insane.
Level ball.
So let's have a look. Is that a reprint of Decidueye?
Yeah. Reprint
Yeah.
of all the 3 starters.
I think we'll probably only get the thingy prints, but
There's like regular art, then full art,
Full
then
art and
silver,
hyper rare.
or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Ema?
I think we'll only get the hyper rare versions.
What up, Misplay Dave? How's it going?
The Rantis is interesting.
It's good, right?
Yeah. That's grass and fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I give.
Just read
I've just read
Sylveon. It sickens me to my core.
It's a pretty sickening card.
It's a card.
It's a card that does things.
Imagine you've been there being baby Volcanioning for like 2 turns. You
Yeah.
got 2 Volks set up, 3 energy on. Just GX them up real quick. See ya.
Oh, imagine. Put 8 cards in your opponent's hand. Double jet. Double trouble.
Single trouble. I'm in trouble.
Well, you're not getting end then, are you?
Misplay Dave is now following.
Oricoro?
Oricorio. There's 2 of them.
Is there?
Actually, 3 of them are good. There's 4 and 3 of them are good.
The fire one seems in there.
It's decent for Incineroar.
Incineroar!
The other 2 are better though. They're both Psychic type.
Yeah.
The Lightning one's pretty trash.
The that Polytoad is interesting. They like this kind of mechanic at the moment, don't they?
Yeah. Imagine geomancing those Mega Guardies. Yeah, that would be rip for Sylveon.
So sad.
Was Arachnid printed because the card developers realised that Volcanion was in too good of a place in the upcoming format? No.
No.
Pokemon don't think that hard about
No.
the archetypes and decks coming out, I'm afraid. And Volcanion's not even in that good of a place. In my opinion. It's in a good place. Just don't think it's in such a place that we have to trollolol with Arachnid. Plus they can just play Hexmaniac.
I'm gonna say I think the bigger thing to note is I don't think Arachnid's stopping Volcanion anytime soon.
Arachnid is pretty bad. There's better ways to beat Volk than playing 2 always bad cards in your deck. You can play cards that are sometimes good and improve your win rate enough against Volk to be okay. I think at least.
Lessons.
Yeah, Arachnid is meh.
It's just bad. It's
Because
just really,
even
really bad.
in a
Why?
water box, you wouldn't play it.
You wouldn't play it in any deck ever. Thrown out there. Right, let's start again. Or let's try
I
that
do
again,
like-
Jack.
I do like Vikavolt GX.
Do you like it?
Yeah. It's a stage 2 though.
It's the stage
Maybe it's
2
the
that
formats.
needs its other stage 2 buddy to help it set up.
I like his GX attack. GX attack Espeon.
Yeah.
They're wild.
You can
There's
wide
the
lens
Ori.
as well.
Is that Ori Corios? Oh boy, next turn it's Crackle Punch does 100.
Not that one.
It's got to stay alive though.
Crackle Punch.
There's your Evital counter, people.
That's the beetle of the set. I'm drawing pretty badly with this deck.
Okay, energy one's quite cool. We could have done with that a while ago
Vespivile, Night March.
against Night March. Yeah.
Top deck like a boss. No.
That's interesting. That one, the anti-Night March thing.
Yeah. I just like the Professor's Letter one for Mega Guardi because you can spam it with Dragonite and you can never whiff, basically.
Yeah, that seems good.
Seeing as I played heavy, well, like 2 Skylar just for Letter, basically.
Yeah.
Now that I can have a Pokemon instead, makes me pretty happy.
There's so many random one-offs you can just throw in Guardy.
Yep.
Discard a tool. Discard a... No. Search for 2 energy. There's nothing else to discard.
Discard 2 energy from your deck. Could be good, actually. That would still be good. Just not with Guardi.
Yeah.
4 Mega Turbos. That'd be really good in like Mega Mewtwo. An Oricori that discarded 2 as soon as you bench it from deck. That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Mini
That
compressor.
would definitely help. Well, I really like the Sudowoodo. I know Joe's not a fan of it, but
I'm not a fan just because of Parallel though.
yeah, but in decks where you can force play the stadiums now. And that's really cool.
It's gonna be Garb anyway. It's not gonna be Garb for a while.
Whoa.
Decks that run Garb, you don't really care about that card in the matchup. It's more like Rainbow Road and Ray and things like that. Some decks just don't have outs to that matchup. Whereas now it definitely gives you a chance. Like I think it helps with Mega Guardi against Ray, for example.
I guess. Again, because it's recyclable.
Exactly.
This is the safe play. And this is what I want to do. Dear.
I know it's terrible, but I love Mudsdale's second attack name.
What is it?
100,000 horsepower.
Oh, brilliant. Right, what's more likely? Jack has a 5-card hand. Is it more likely that he has Lysander? Or that I go for the 50-50 confusion, lols? It's more likely that he doesn't have Lysander in his hand. So... we pray.
I really don't like this Absol.
Fun and
Gross.
interactive, right? Fun
Yeah.
and interactive, right?
Don't confuse. He has float. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm not confusing. It's fine. It's fine.
We got this.
We did it, guys. The greed worked.
Ooh, bad water. Oops.
A lot of these are reprints, then, aren't they?
Yeah. Which is now why I think we'll get it in Sun and Moon 2. I think we'll get most of that stuff in Sun and Moon 2. I think we'll maybe get some of the GXs as promos. How many GXs are there? 1, 2.
Was Energy Evolution in Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Cool.
So there's 4. Yeah, I think. Oh, I don't know. If they all get hyper rares, I don't know how we'll get them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably Sun and Moon 2. They don't seem to be opposed to printing hundreds of thousands of secret rare cards now. So
That's interesting. Drampa's second attack.
Yeah.
80 damage plus 70 if your bench Pokemon have damage counters on. Interesting.
Gyarados style.
I mean, it's pretty good math with once you get choice band. I mean,
Yep.
every card you look at now, it's like, oh, with choice band.
Oh, in 3 months' time, this is really cool.
I think Drampa's pretty good actually, just because splashable discard of energy is really good.
Yeah.
It's a Jirachi
Keeps.
with other things to do. Flare Grunt is actually your turn. What is going on here?
Mega Camelot and Mega Sharpedo, I think they're coming out. Was it March?
March or April, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was March sometime.
Can't really do this because of this. This plus 2 cards. This plus draw 2 and get lucky. This and poke for 20 gets into 80. Which isn't good. This hit 1 water is fine. Okay, we'll do this. Proving why Golduck is not good. I like it. Wow, those are some sick draws though. That's the best 2 cards I could have thought of.
Am I dead?
No, he can't be dead.
That is disgusting.
Do you see those draws?
Yeah.
This is dumb. That is so dumb. E-hammer. No, stop. Wait, what? Such a bully.
I'll just play one game with Passimian and I'll just been put off it.
How?
I don't know.
Brilliant.
Just found meh.
Thanks for the insight. for everyone here watching, thinking, is Passimian good?
It's consistent. It just, I don't know, just felt a bit underwhelming for some reason.
That's fine. That's some elaboration. Thank you.
At least we understand
Thank
now.
you for offering something, Luke.
You're welcome.
That's why Luke's on the stream, guys. Insights that other people don't pick up.
Indeed.
He sees the lines. I never win a race from this point in the game. That's why Turbo Dark is really annoyingly good.
What does Mega Camera Up do? We don't know yet. They haven't actually revealed any information about them. But yeah, it seems like, hopefully we'll get the rest of the Mega Evolutions, because I think we actually only missed about 5. I think there are only 5 that they didn't print Megasaur. But Sableye was one of them.
Oh boy.
And oh boy, I want to say Mega Sableye to do a thing. Maybe they didn't.
Do a thing.
Maybe there was more than 5. I know we didn't get Sableye, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Pinsir.
Dun, 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 dun. The thing I'm more interested in, hoping for the new sets is some better supporters, better draw supporters.
Better?
Maybe
different.
not better. Yeah. Maybe not necessarily draw supporters, maybe search supporters is
Yeah.
the way to put it.
I think from the supporters we got from this set, it seems like we're going more towards older style supporters that are, like you say, searching and stuff like that, rather than I don't think we'll get a Sycamore reprint or a similar effect. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think we will. Because I think I think it fits, obviously, but it's not the same as the kind of format they want. It feels really aggressive. And I think they kind of want it to be more Pokemon based. I don't know. Random thoughts, Jack.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. It's slowing down the format, obviously, and long term it looks more sort of stage 2s orientated, but obviously you've got the interim where they've got to be careful with what they print.
Yeah.
Because it will make EXs OP.
Yeah. That's another reason why I guess we didn't get many insane supporters in Sun and Moon, just because we've still got that year or two of crossover period where they can't go mental with really boosting the type of format they want until they don't break it because of the EXs we have.
Yeah, it's got to be delicate, haven't they? Because if they're like when the first EXs came out, when Mewtwo first came out, it was just absolutely insane.
I remember that.
So good.
That was nuts.
You got to be careful you're not going back to that kind of thing. So you've got to tailor it, if that makes sense.
Next Destiny's Dark Explorers and Dragons Exalted. I remember now.
He knows.
Thinking of, because we got Mewtwo in a tin eventually, didn't we? But I was thinking what tin it was paired with. Oh, Joe Bernard, that's damage.
That's the thing. Feels like Golduck here.
It's bad.
It just needs a while to stabilise.
He's not.
just need to-
He's not having it. He's not at all having it. He just needs to get a good list. He just needs to have a stable format, and maybe we'll be there.
This is all against decks that allow me abilities as well, Luke.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
Not saying it's bad. Just saying I've still got my abilities.
One does not simply win this game from here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. My break is prized, so I can't even find it and NU to survive a hit. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That survives a hit, I guess. Holy.
Yeah,
Holy.
Golduck. I think the break is cool in that respect. Just that extra HP does seem to make a difference.
How do I do this without losing the game? This is impossible to not to do this. No, it's fine. We just. I think I gotta go balls to the wall and N. Yes. Oh, it's not prized. Oh, but we can have a search for it. Oh, I've already retreated. Oh dear. Well, bad things happened. Let's just give Jack win conditions. Not playing well today at all. $40 is all we need, at least. So let's just hope he doesn't get an energy. 2, 4, 6. Oh no, you don't need one. What am I doing? Okay. Let's decide to be good at the game.
Oh, didn't let me knock you out.
No, rage quit. Such a bad deck. Whoever thought Golduck was good is just so bad at the game.
Luke.
Less of that, alright?
That was also kind of me though.
Playing like a beetle.
How many prizes behind was I? 2 after that turn? Yeah, I could have won that game if I wasn't complete fool. What would I have done differently? Can't bench them you. No, still do bench them you, and then just play the N off the bat. Yeah, that's what we do. Don't know why I retreated first as well. Even if I just didn't retreat, that was fine. Okay then. PTCGO
Jake.
Radio said Golduck's good. Well, there you go then.
So, what regionals do we have? There's no more tournaments left in the current format of regional size, is there?
No.
So it's all from Sun and Moon on.
Yep.
Cool. So what megas didn't we get cards for?
So yeah, it was Sharpedo Camerupt, Sableye, Pinsir, and I'm pretty sure there's one more, at least.
Didn't even get a Pinsir EX, did we?
Pinsir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah,
No,
we didn't get
one.
or the Mega.
we didn't get a Sableye EX either. I'd love to have seen a Sableye EX. What they would have done with it.
I felt like it was really trolly.
Yeah. Nothing but troll.
And probably good troll as well.
Let's keep
Probably like
digging.
annoying troll.
A Bombless No 2, yeah.
Oh
True.
yeah, okay. Lopunny Medicham, yeah.
So they missed out quite a few, and Megas, other than the two that we got coming up, are pretty defunct now, aren't they?
Yeah. Mega Latias AX, I guess, yeah. But we had the Mega Latios and they're pretty similar. But I guess technically we did. Mega Bennett, yeah. Mega Bennett would have been cool, actually.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Interesting.
Considering were there only 2 Megas in Sun and Moon 1? Or XY1? I think it was just...
Blastoise Venusaur.
Yeah. There's no Spirit Links until first 3 sets. There's no Spirit Links. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I feel like if they'd just done maybe one more Mega in each set, we would have had.
Mega Lucario could have been cool. If I had a Spirit Link.
Yeah, if I had a Spirit Link. Maxie's, bro.
Good old
How's it going,
Maxis.
Pokedex? Good to see you in here, mate. Sableye EX should just let you go first. No. Who wants to go first anymore? No, everyone does.
What?
It goes first and can attack. Or lets any of your Pokemon attack turn 1 again. Those were the fun days.
God.
Could have done a lot
Fun and
more with dual
interactive
types.
tools.
Yeah, I think dual types was creative, but also I think it was pretty not disruptive, what is it? Destructive for the game. Because times 2 weakness is so inherently strong.
Yeah.
I think dual types were cool, but I'm glad there's not too many more of them.
You know, just quite a short-lived thing. It's cool that they're willing to try out new stuff, though.
Yep. Oh, what's Jack whiff today? Oh boy.
Oh, do I go for the dream? No. Not at all.
The Shebe dream.
Good old catcher.
James B, how's it going, mate? Pokedex, what do you think of Passimian then, overall? From your testing? Underwhelming or good? Ancient traits were cool. Yeah, they were cool. I liked ancient traits.
I feel like that was an archetype that wasn't really, that kind of came and went really quickly.
Pokemon Catcher, what year is this? 2K17.
Don't like dual types, there's no elegance. What's the disadvantage if you've got double weakness or something? That way, yeah. I think giving them double weakness would at least mean that they don't inherently just have that there's no reason not to run them. I don't know, I guess it's awkward trying to keep it in with the flavour because they've really gone more towards different typed Pokemon only having one type weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Like water types pretty much solely have grass weakness now, unless they're another type that's also weak to lightning.
Well, metal as well for some of the water types.
Well, yeah, but like most of the main water types are just water weak now.
Grass weak.
What?
I mean, grass weak. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, even like Lapras, who isn't weak to grass at all, they've still made that weak, which is interesting.
Wow, that's a hand.
So, has PTCGO confirmed that the set will drop on the release day? There's going to be nothing else earlier, like the theme decks or anything?
Pokemon themselves, I'm pretty sure, have said that.
Okay.
Could be going for this turn. Doing this means he's less likely to do that next turn. But he still probably does do this. So I might need to get this instead and just accept that he'll be doing that next turn. Okay, let's do that. Okay. I need to get this guy quickly. Nick, is he doing some shameless plugging in our stream?
Wow.
Unbelievable, Nick. Unbelievable.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, look, he's done it again. Sanitu's done it again.
Cheeky, Nick, cheeky.
Gonna ban him. It'd be so funny if Nick was the first person we banned.
I may have put a temporary ban on someone tonight already, so you wouldn't be the first.
Nicky no. Wait, whoa, what? You didn't discuss
I banned
this with
someone
me.
for the night.
Who?
I didn't want to discuss it on there with everyone. I did message, but you obviously don't see your messages.
Oh, Luke, put it on the Skype.
Oh, it's on my iPad.
Luke, you think you have that sort of power here? I'll ban you.
Do it.
You're power
Do
hungry.
it.
I would, but CBA. The crowd will turn on me and it will become the Kirkham stream.
Oh God, imagine if we were overruled.
Yeah, I know who you did, Luke, obviously.
Dun, dun, dun,
But there's a way we do things. This is doing pretty poorly. These two things are problems. Oh, Luke, keyboard warrior. Do I have to read this?
It's entirely up to you.
Nick knows. Nicky knows. Brilliant.
Here we go.
This is why you don't start this shit, Luke. Because some people have determination.
What a beetle.
J-Monk is versus the best way to test. If you want to test specific matchups, then I guess so, yeah. But if you want to just test like your deck's consistency and stuff like that, I think the ladder is all right. It's not, you're not always going to be hitting top tier matchups or top tier decks, but if you're just testing your own deck rather than specific matchups, I think ladder can be fine as well if you can't find some versus matches. So, well, some specific matches. Special charge.
No.
Oh dear.
Rip. Ah. Damn it, game.
Did you have all 4 in deck?
No. One's in my prizes. Looking straight at you. Joe, you are on an anti-heater right now.
Oh, worst card in the deck.
Oh, by the way, Kirk, you can hop in anytime you want. Just chat on Skype and we can throw you in for the last 2 hours. Whenever you're ready, bro. You can bring the fire. I'm not that angry because I actually had hopes for Passimian. Maybe Volk is the hardest matchup because it can always keep up pace for pace. So...
Yeah. Does Volk get better, do we think, overall?
I also think the balloon build will mean that I beat this deck. If I play balloons in Passimian, I don't think I lose Volk.
Yeah.
We'll try balloon build after this. Everyone's saying the same thing. Passimian consistent but lackluster in damage.
Need choice band and kukui or balloons.
We don't have choice band, Luke.
No, we need choice band for it to be not lackluster.
Yeah. Poor Passimian. Comeback is on.
There go my dreams.
Maybe as well in this build, maybe play 2 Mew and 1 Hex instead. If you find Volk a tough matchup.
I don't think... Yeah, I think if you're playing Fury Belt, maybe you need the Hex. Fury Belt's saving you exactly 0 times. Yeah, in this matchup, it's not saving anyone. But, in other matchups, it might be.
Oh, I should have power heated there.
Right, I'm going to add Kirk to the call.
Yeah.
I'll let him introduce himself, etc.
Yeah.
IRAM17, thanks for the follow.
Sweet.
Here he comes.
Hello, hello.
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 Can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good.
I think us three can. Hopefully chat can.
Yeah.
Well, they'll know I'm here because I'm the unsexiest voice on the call. So,
The non-English, the non-British.
yeah, I'm a French Canadian that is raised in Kentucky. So, it doesn't get much worse than that.
It's definitely more exotic than anything we can bring to the table.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Right.
So, Kurt, do you want to introduce yourself to the stream? There's a few people asking.
Yeah. My name's Kirk. I'm a host of the Super Oddcast, and I troll around and join these guys to have a different voice accent. Pretty much is all I bring in terms of that. So we'll see what happens.
We need.
I got an hour to prove myself to not be complete. Are we allowed to curse on this, or is this?
Yeah, sure. It's late enough now. It's 10
It's watershed. We're good.
for us.
Well, it's a crisp 5 p.m. for those of us in the U.S. Eastern Standard. So I'll keep it clean for a bit.
Okay.
No
Fair.
worries.
French Canadian Kentuckian master race has been called, so I'll go with that.
Down with the British.
This is
Kentucky is a new exotic.
Good night. I don't think anybody that says that's ever been here. That's for sure.
And then Connor's getting excited.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Right.
I'm proving my medal already. There you go.
Indeed.
Well, now that everyone's here, should we have a look at the Athens top 8?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Cool.
Let me put the link in the chat for everyone who hasn't got it up.
I've got it here if you want me to do it.
I'll drop it in now. There we go, team.
And then this is the one. I've put it in the stream chat as well, just so you
Perfect.
guys can look at it as well.
So we'll be hopping over to the monitor capture. So the chat will be away for a little bit, but hopefully Jack can still follow it and keep us up to date, etc.
I'll try and do both.
So this format is coming to a close, but that doesn't mean there aren't still important League Cups where you can grab a few cheeky points. So we'll have a look at the last regional in Athens and their lists, what we like, what we don't like, etc. There's a few interesting archetypes, some ones that popped up, and it's a really different top 8 from like...
That was the first thing I noticed personally. There is no Yveltal, no Guardi, no Volk, no Greninja.
And I think before that tournament, I would say those were the top 4 decks going in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So seeing
really
none of them in top 8 is pretty interesting. First of all, we'll go from 8 to 1. So we'll start with Chip Richie. Trainer Chip decided to play Rayquaza. And Rayquaza was a really good meta call when Yveltal starts going away. A lot less decks are naturally playing Parallel City. A lot of Volcanion players have gone away from Parallel as well, going for more draw power with just Scorched Earth. Sometimes they even play Skyfield of their own, even Rough Seas to counteract some of the dark decks. I know I was a fan of that for a while. So with a lot less Parallel City around, Rayquaza can just dominate things. So the meta call of Ray is pretty strong. What do you guys think? Would you have ever chosen to play Ray?
The format jumped so much from Athens to any previous tournament that it's very interesting to see. I think Ray was a great call on the day. I think the only thing that really in top 8 that could be quite scary for it, and obviously I assume beat it, was something with Zeb Striker in.
Yeah.
But obviously against Turbo Darkrai, even because they're not playing Garb, I think it's probably got a good matchup against that as well. So I think it was a very good play. I didn't expect to see that many best frequency strikers in top 8, that's for sure.
Yeah, Vespi Zebras was really popular, and I don't really know the field for Athens, but I'd assume there'd be people jumping on the Mega Guardi hype and the Mewtwo hype to an extent. So Stage 1's playing heavy Clef Key is good. Zebra still punishes a lot of things, and the Vespi is still really good for Ninja. So you can see why Vespi Zebra did quite well.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the only thing that Rayquaza players weren't anticipating. Maybe they were just trying to catch out the new Guardi players, because this absolutely destroys Gardevoir, I know firsthand. So yeah, interesting call. It's one of these decks that we saw at the start in Liverpool, the first regional that we had. That it just it wasn't teched for enough. Therefore, it has the raw power to just take down tournaments, and that's pretty much what we saw. Because it's been under the radar for a little bit now, and it's just sort of come back and said, hey, if you don't counter Realm or Break, I'm still going to just one-hit KO 3 turns in a row and win.
I think that's what I take the most from this. The fact that if Rayquaza still goes unchecked, it still wins. And that's what we saw, like you said, in Liverpool, we saw that. We saw it a couple of weeks before. And if people just forget about Rayquaza, then it, like you say, it just puts people in a position where if they can't deal with you taking 3 knockouts or 6 prizes in 3 turns without stopping them, they're just going to run you over. So I think that's it. I don't think I would have played it just because I think it was not risk, but maybe not my kind of play style. But I think it was a really good play on the day, and like we're saying, there was a lot of Vespi Zeb in the a lot more Vespi Zeb in the top 8 than we expected, I think.
Okay, so going to the list itself, fairly standard Rayquaza line. Shaman, the Jolteon choice over any other tech. What do you think about Jolteon? Still really worth it, or just for free retreat because you want extra Pokemon? Was he flash raying a lot of games, or was he just a board presence and a free retreat starter?
I think.
Well, I mean, if you're not doing lightning, you're going what, metal? Is that the other option there?
Yeah, metal's probably.
And that's is that like to protect you from, let's say, opposing Jirachis and stuff, which is completely dropped off? I mean, and Jolteon inherently carries much more game impacting attack than and you're already run over Guardi, which is where another net positive for the metal is. And if Guardi's there, Mewtwo's going away, so that's another reason you don't really need to be running Magearna. So I mean, I think it's just part of the metagame. It just shifted to making the lightning version.
It's weird
the best version.
Yeah, I think for the European Ray players, because Greninja over here started playing Jirachi a lot quicker than the US, whereas the US were playing Graft and Roll's E-Hammer build quite a bit. I was more used to seeing Metal Ray just to protect you from Stardust.
Yeah.
But I can see why there's no real need for that as we progress this far. So I do like Jolteon. The flash ray is still.
I think it's just awkward that there was so many stage 1s anyway. Like even with Jolteon. But yeah, I like the choice of Jolteon. I think the free retreat, like you said, is another huge thing. Just having that freedom, which is something that Ray always benefits from.
And then
would anyone ever consider then with evolution decks causing this deck a bit of a problem? Maybe a water box style
Glaceon and 1 Manaphy.
Yeah, like something like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, means that if evolutions
it's a far worse lead for you though.
It is, yeah.
Jolteon is
the free retreat is big.
What about with all the Vespiquen Zebstrike that popped up? Why not play the other Dragon Rayquaza EX to just avoid having yet another thing that has lightning weakness? Yeah. Or is that just not worth it at that point?
I think that going back to a split or something, even if you just go 2-2, it can change games.
I think one of the lists plays either 3-1 or 2-1.
Yeah,
I did notice that.
I know that one of the lists have a split. Yeah. That's
I think you've just got to weigh up whether you're going to see more Yveltal counters or more Guardi, and whatever you think you're going to see more, you play the other Ray. I think that's as easy as it is.
That makes sense.
Okay, and then the one of Giratina that's just a backwards card, that's the Giratina promo to help out Greninja, which I think shouldn't be too difficult of a matchup anyway. This build is not playing puzzles, so it may struggle a bit more with just getting Enhanced Hammered, etc.
Yeah.
And losing a stadium war potentially. But having the Giratina is just super safe. Just means that you're not going to get overwhelmed or swarmed at any point, really.
It's one thing that does stand out to me, actually, looking at it now, is no puzzle, sure, but no special charge either. He really is all in.
All in.
Yep. Consistency through and through, all in. No dead cards, pretty much. Is what it is.
Yeah, so Sycamore, Lysander, and these are actually higher counts than most Ray players I see. Oftentimes I see 3 Sycamore, 1 N. So the higher end of the support account, which I don't mind at all.
No.
There's a few more decks picking up Silent Lab, so I like that. Maxing out everything else. Skyfield, Mail, Ball, VS Seeker. 3 Mega Turbos on the slightly higher side. Again, I think it's one of these things where he just had spaces because he wasn't playing puzzles. A lot of people try and sneak puzzles in, so they make awkward cuts, but he could just play the full, heavier line of Mega Turbo and make it work. 3 Link is all you really need because you can oftentimes end your turn with Delta Evolution going first, so that's fine. Double Float and only 1 Super Rod, so this deck would get rodded by a second Parallel City at any point in the game. But, hey, who needs Brock? Who needs puzzles? 1 Super Rod is all you need, apparently. I think it's a testament to the meta call. He was just bold enough to say, you know what, people aren't dealing with Ray, so I can get away with this.
Yeah.
Not that you don't need those cards, it's just he didn't need them on the day, basically.
Yeah, if a deck isn't prepared for Ray, then a lot of times it'll just completely steamroll.
Everything's pretty standard, though. Only one.
Just a side note. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was gonna say, just a side note is to have the testicular fortitude to cut all those things is bold to begin with, no matter what metagame you're in, straight up, because things sometimes just go wrong. But 2, obviously, the more the field is friendly to just the card Skyfield, the more decks playing it that include it, the less people are playing parallel, and that even at that point in time, I still wouldn't justify cutting one of those cards. He's got room somewhere to have that safety net, because the way this is built, consistency is high, but the bad prize that happens at least once a day at a major tournament, it could have just been avoided with a second Super Rod or Brock's Grid or something in there.
Super cheeky. Super cheeky. Anyway,
ballsy.
There's more Ray ahead, so we'll compare some later. First of all, we'll go to the first Vespi Zebra. This is going to be William Boatman. 4/4 Vespi Quen, 2/2 Zebra, 4 unknown, 4 Clef Key, maybe on the slightly higher side. Sometimes we see 2, 3, 4 between that range. 4 Shaman, 2/2 Garb. Everything's fairly standard. The 28 count is normally what people land on. It just depends how they choose to fill those slots. Here he's gone for the full 4 Clef Key. You can see how that's been beneficial with so many megas. So I think this is the standard line of Pokemon you'd expect to see.
Yeah, I think it's another just super consistent 4 copies of the cards you need, and then just having outs to your other matchups. There's nothing special about it. Like you said, sometimes they run 2 to 3 Clef Key, but having 4 just means you have it, and in mega matchups it's so much more awkward.
And damn, this list is so clean. 4 DCE, and then you go down the supporters and stuff. It took him like a minute to write this list because he only had 4 and 2 orbs of everything. Sycamore, 2 Lysander, 2 N, 2 Faded. What do you think about Faded over any other stadium?
I think it was a good call for that tournament based on the amount of megas been cropping up and doing well in the previous tournaments. I think it's.
Do you not think is 4 Clef Key not enough to win your mega matchups?
When I've played it, I played Vespi a little bit. For whatever reason, especially when I'm playing against you, Joe, you always seem to be able to Lysander or escape around
some
the Clef Keys. And I find the most use I get out of Clef Key, even in some mega matchups, is actually just an extra Pokemon that you can attach to an unknown and discard, rather than being the defensive card. Because Mega Mewtwo was one of the most popular matchups, and again they can damage change around that. So
I agree, and I like having just 2 of any stadium so that you can bounce these sorts of things. Just having a stadium is important. I like it more than. Go on.
Oh, I'm professional at cutting you all off. I'll get the gist of it or the beat of it eventually. Is it worth to be noted that there's 4 unknown and 2 faded town? 4 unknown might not be enough against Megadex because he has no way to get anyone back. Or unless I'm not seeing this list right. There's no super rod or anything, right?
No.
It's just
So once it's gone, it's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't
So
know if that
means
influences
he needs
it.
that extra sort of push with the faded to.
Yeah.
Can't. Yeah. Okay.
I like the faded just for that aspect. And Luke said there's enough megas to justify it over something like just a forest, or I know some people have tried Parallel City. I'm not a fan of Parallel in Vespiquen just because they can hit it against you and then you're so sad. From there, 4 Acro, 4 Ultra, 4 VS, 2 Float, 2 Revitalizer, 2 Special Charge, all the standard stuff.
So clean.
The only thing I feel this deck is missing is teammates. One of teammates is all I want to work into this list.
Yeah.
I don't see
I can see
an obvious
that.
cut anywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't see
Because
the
everything's
slot.
too damn clean.
Yeah, I don't want those odd numbers.
Yeah. But beyond that, everything looks super solid. I really like this list.
Yeah, simple, gets the job done.
Yeah. Okay.
So do we know who lost to who in top 8, for example?
I don't
Who
know.
did Chip and William lose? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
No, I'm not sure.
I know for a fact. I
Okay.
think he lost to Dylan Bryan. I think 2 zebras had to play against each other.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Question.
He either lost to Dylan or Carl, I think. Because I'm pretty certain the zebras had to play each other in top 8.
Okay.
Right. On to Luis Zambrana. Playing a Ray again. Here we see the split. He's choosing 1 of the Dragon Ray, 2 of the Colourless. Only 3 babies total. Still with a 4. Shaman, 2 Hooper, 1 Dragonite. This time he plays Metal build. So 1 Magina EX, 1 Promo Magina, and 1 Tina Promo. The Promo Magina is for Rainbow Road more than anything else. Attach 1 basic metal and you are so much better in the game, because the main way you don't really care about prize racing against Rainbow Force. You just have to deal with their attackers enough, because from experience they normally run out by the 3rd or 4th Xerneas. They've lost the game. And if they are choosing to Lysander around just for a prize race, you can punish them by just simply re-promote Magina, attack, and you back or whatever. So this single-handedly wins a matchup which is otherwise roughly 50-50. I don't actually think it's that bad of a matchup, but it's interesting that he chose to play this card over something like just second Magina EX or whatever. It's also pretty helpful against what's it called?
Plume box.
Plume box, yeah. I was going on to that. Plume box, because
Yeah.
it can't get 1 hit. It's not an EX. Everything else is an EX in this deck, other than, again, the 1 Tina promo.
It's
yeah.
good to deal with Red Ice as well in that matchup.
Oh yeah, box Red Ice. And even though
20 times, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Even though it's resisted by Jolteon, it's still 2 hits, so kind of cool. I'm not sure which build I would play, Jolteon or Metal. Is it just turn up on the day, see what's more popular? Is it... What do you think it is? If you're going into a blind meta, which one do you prefer?
Lightning. Snap call.
I think I prefer Lightning if it's blind as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the I just like
2 better
the
starters.
freedom of Jolteon.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Okay.
It is to be noted I wouldn't play the Lightning version we just looked at.
Okay. Yeah, I think I always play Puzzle in my Ray list at the moment. At least. Okay, so this also plays the 8 energy. As we go down, we see the support line that I was talking about, more what we're used to. 3 Sycamore, 2 Lysander, 1 Hex, 1 N, 1 Skylar is an interesting card. We don't often see in Ray. So a lot of the time it's just Olympia rather than Skylar. But Skylar can oftentimes serve the same purpose, especially if you do play Puzzle. Because you can recycle the 1 rope that they play, or find a float stone or whatever. Skyfield puzzles. I'm a huge fan of puzzle in Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're just so much safer to so many things. You can actually reload in a game more than once, which is important.
When you're just going through so many cards too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna catch them. So
definitely. Yeah. 4 Ultra, 4 VS. 3 Turbo again is really high, I think. Finding space for 4 Puzzle and 3 Turbo is interesting for me. How many... I don't even know the standard amount for Ray. I thought 2 was more standard if you play Puzzle.
I feel like maybe it is. I feel like the 3 without Puzzle was fine. I do see what you're saying with the 4 puzzles. Maybe you can get away with just cutting down to 2, reusing them later on in the game. And
yeah, because only 2 Trainer's Mail is what we'll come to in a minute. 3 Spirit Link is normal, 2 Float, 1 Rope, 1 Rod is all fairly standard, but just 2 Trainer's Mail in a deck that tries to be super speedy. I think if I make any cuts, it's to flip-flop the Turbo Mail count.
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, I can see that.
Like you say, with puzzles, you got that extra security, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Has 2 Trainers Mail been a thing over on your side of the pond? Because it, for some reason, like became a thing over here for a month and a half. Like, and 2 Mail.
Yeah, 2 Mail was like the thing in Yveltal for a while. I know that.
yeah,
I think the Schultz brothers started that, didn't they?
Yeah.
With one of their Evital lists.
Mm-hmm. I know I've done it in a couple of lists. I did it in my Guardi list. I did it in a few things.
I was going to say, I know you don't. You're not too opposed to it, are you?
No, I don't mind it at all.
But then when there's the space for the 3rd, I know
It's all deck dependent. Yeah.
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 Like in Volk, I'd never go below 3. I don't think. So I think it's a really important card.
I think it's an interesting when you go down to 2. I think it's a comfort net of a card at a Trainer's Mail at times. People may not need it, but they want to play 3. I know I've been guilty of it in the past where I perhaps don't need the 3rd Trainer's Mail. That my deck is an item heavy, but you play it as a security net, so to speak.
Like you think that's the standard count most decks
Yeah,
should be playing, so you just
you
automatically
need it just so
do it.
yeah, you think, oh, I don't want to draw dead, but like one in the Sizzle list that we played at way back in Liverpool, we and a couple of lists we tested before then, where we were playing 3, maybe 4 Trainers Mail when that was a norm. We went down to 3 and an Acrobite because how many times do you Trainers Mail and there's the only card you could possibly get is another Trainers Mail, which obviously you're not allowed. So yeah, it's interesting.
It's weird how that card's fluctuated. For the
One
longest
thing
time it was 4.
Sorry. One thing might be worth doing, out of interest, I know you like your statistics and stuff, Joe, is maybe just when we're play testing sometime, we'll make notes of when we train this man and if we actually get anything and work out how effective it is.
Well, you can
So I don't think anyone's sat
there's a
down
stat
and done
calculator for it, so...
I bet someone's done it already.
I know Patolsky has the link to a good stat calculator that you can do. But it's so difficult to do Trainer's Mail at any point in a game because every time you have to be counting your deck size, your hand size, your discard pile, your trainer count in every situation. So it's one of these cards that you can't actually nail down stats for quite easily.
Yeah.
You can just look at your hand and be like...
Situational, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, good Ray list. I think I'd change one card if I was to play this deck, and that's the Turbo Mail. Okay, another Ray, Ahmed Ali. He's playing 3/3 Ray, 4 Shaman, 2 Dragonite, 1 Hooper. No, sorry, 2 Hooper, 1 Dragonite, 1 Magana, 1 Jirachi, and 1 Magana promo as well. So no Tina this time. Doesn't feel like he needs it. But 1 Stardust Jirachi. Is this his only win condition against the stage 1s? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
But they play 2 special charge. I really don't rate Stardust that much. If they play double charge anyway, I don't think you should ever lose that game.
No.
Other than forcing them all in by going Ray early and then hitting Stardust later, or not revealing it till later. I know you can Rod and Dragonite and Super Rod back Dragonite and get back multiple Jirachi, but
they still have 8 DCE. So.
Yeah. I don't know if I like it more than just having Tina promo. Because Greninja is a difficult matchup, I think.
Yeah.
When they play E-Hammers.
Mm.
Okay. 9 total energy, slightly higher than most. And that's complemented by 4 Mega Turbo. Surely that's too high. Surely.
4 may be a bit nuts.
Yeah, I think you either play a higher energy count and slightly less Mega Turbo, or flip flop it. I think 5 energy and 4 Mega Turbo is a lot.
It is really high. I think basically what he goes for is he has Megaena EX, Jirachi, and Baby Megaena as 3 starters, and 4 Shaman. So he has, what, 10 starters, if you include Rayquaza, that aren't actually that bad, because he knows he can always turn 1 attach and be like, cool, I know I'll hit Mega Turbo next turn.
Yeah.
But having said that, he still plays 2 float, 1 rope, so I'm... It's one of these things. I can't see
How much do you need?
how...
It's confusing.
Yeah. I mean, having
Maybe
that
he
many...
just ran hotter than the sun. Who knows?
Maybe that many Mega Turbo means he's not worried about E-Hammer in Greninja. Maybe that's his reasoning for why he doesn't want Tina promo.
So is Jirachi promo quite popular in America? Do you know, Kirk?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Is Jirachi promo popular? The Stardust Jirachi, does that see a lot of play?
I think people got really cockstrong on it because this first weekend it was legal, or second weekend it was legal, or whatever. So I don't think it scared any of the Greninja players off of playing Greninja, if that's the question you're asking. Whether it was popular or not.
The Jirachi Stardust, not the Tina.
Oh, well, that's a whole different conversation. It hasn't been. It's been more of people working in Flare Grunts and Enhance Hammers to do kind of, everything in the same turn. Rarely has Greninja that I've seen still stick with Jirachi, and everything else has been playing essentially double colors energy. So, no, it hasn't been very popular around here.
So that makes it, me even more interesting then on that inclusion.
The supporter line, 3 Sycamore, 1 Hex, 1 Lysander only. That really scares me. I mean, he's making spaces for 4 Mega Turbo. I think Lysander's far too of an important card to only play 1 of when you don't play Town Map.
Yeah. So I went through a phase last season, most of this before, where I actually went down to 1 Lysander in a couple of decks, but I always made sure if I did that, it was for a Town Map. Yeah. So if you need it, you know when to get it. I think 1 Lysander no Town Map is so risky, because there's games where you need to get the KO and you just, with 1 it's just you can't find it.
It takes away so many win conditions. Stall turns, KOs.
Yeah. I remember that I think it was at Sutton when I played Yujo, the Volcanion list I was playing didn't have 2. And I think it was after that game, it was just 1 game that completely put me off of it, because it's so important. Like,
it wasn't even prized. You were just digging and whiffing.
It just wins you games sometimes. Like you say, it opens up stall, it opens up easy prizes. It's just, I don't like.
That really surprises me that it only plays 1 N and 1 Skylar as well. Still, I like that the list are playing Skylar because turn 1 it's Ultra Ball, which is pretty much all you need, and it's not getting rid of, like, well, I was going to say puzzles, but in this guy's case, the Mega Turbos, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why
it seems like there's so much fluff that can be cut to just get the 4 puzzles in there, and then inherently things become stronger.
Yeah.
Your Skylar becomes stronger. 4 Trainer's Mail, like you guys said. If you Trainer's Mail into Trainer's Mail is your only other thing, then that's a bad feeling, bud. That's for sure.
So yeah. Going down, the 4 Mega Turbo is the standout strange thing. Everything else, again, fairly usual. The 1 Buddy on top of the Super Rod. Don't necessarily dislike it more than 2 Super Rod, because it's more immediate. You can just go, hey, Dragonite, now. Pull up, start going.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's...
I like its immediacy. I like that you can just blow up a gain immediately, but... I just like, no. I don't know.
Nick's found out the ways to troll me. He's started talking to me on Skype, calling me a beetle, and it's come up on screen. Oh dear. Okay, let's move on to my boy Carl House. The first Speed Dark that we see. It's weird that they actually called it Turbo Dark. That's interesting. Okay. So the Pokemon line. 4 Darkrai EX, 2 Oblivion Wing, 2 Shaman, 1 Hooper. Very simple stuff. Who needs anything else? We just want to use Dark Pole slots. 12 energy, the standard for this deck. 4 Sycamore, 3N, 2 Lysander, 1 Delinquent, 1 Hex, 1 Olympia, 1 PCL, and 1 Team Flare Grunt, which means his VS Seekers are crazy strong in this deck.
Yeah.
Because he has so many options. So many options with this deck. I love the simplicity of the deck until you get to the support account, where it's all flexibility. Like, you have to play around so many things. Delinquent every turn, PCL can do things, Flare Grunt, all of these things can be, on the turn that they're used, the game-changing moment. So
yeah, I think it just makes, like you say, it makes VS Seeker so much stronger. And it means that you're thinking about so many other things when against a deck that is just simply take 6 prizes in 3 turns or whatever. You're then having to think about weaving your play around the one off Delinquent and the one of Center Lady and the one off Flare Grunt, and I just think it really benefits the deck style because the deck's super simple. So causing your opponent to have to play complicated around a simple deck is just so nice.
Is there any that you might cut supporter wise? I think Olympia may be the weakest one in my opinion, because you normally have energy on a lot of your board, and you already play high switch count, and
you've got PCL as well.
Yeah,
like if you want to heal, you've got PCL. So yeah, I think Olympia's the weakest one there, probably.
Not certain I'd cut it, but I think that's, if I need a slot, maybe that's my cut.
What would you rather see than that? So
I think
assuming there's something strong,
I'd at least play 1 parallel in this list, I think.
Yeah, I can see it.
I know Kyle, when we were discussing it with him on your podcast, he said he wasn't a huge fan of parallel. Because he likes having like 3 different Darkrai's in play and Yveltal. But I mean, you can still do that with a parallel. It's just that turn 1. It's the old turn 1 that everyone loves when you Hooper, go nuts, discard Hooper and Shaman, and just laugh. Yeah. And it's also helping you out against Ray that's coming back.
I think I'd also consider a 3rd Trainer's Mail just because it's kind of blow it uppy deck.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually different to a lot of other Turbo Dark list. Him choosing to play Reverse Valley itself rather than just Silent Lab. I know Silent Lab was implemented in a lot of the Turbo Dark lists. Just for Volcanion and the fact that turn 1 you've gone crazy and then you point and laugh because you've put the lab down. Do you like Reverse, or do you think there are stronger options?
I guess one logic behind it is the Turbo Darks beat the Volcanions that are playing Silent Lab and then you beat them because you're playing Reverse Valley. So I guess it kind of helps in that respect, but I just think it's such a huge card for Volcanion. Like, it's such a huge thing to deal with for Volcanion.
Silent Lab?
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder what it means. I guess it means easier, like 1 less energy for knockouts though. But you hit a lot of energy.
I think didn't he mention something along Reverse Valley with fighting Fury Belt? It just kind of set up a lot of perfect math throughout the deck.
It's 1 less energy you need a lot of the time, and people
which
can't
I mean
really
isn't
play around
negligible,
that.
right?
Yeah, it's important. It is important, definitely.
I feel like the biggest crutch that some people might have just picking up this deck without any experience with it is, mismanagement of, when you're elixiring all your energies on and things like that. And for, he did mention that he literally was handed the deck the day of, and maybe that was a way to mitigate, maybe mitigate that. I mean, obviously he's a phenomenal player, not to take anything from him, but, if you're going in and you're trying to wrap it out and learn it as you're trying to win a tournament, that might have been part of it.
Yeah. And I like going back to what Jack said about the deck likes to just cycle load turn 1. Silent Lab's not a cycle card. It's I need to hold this. That's 1 less card from your Shaman, etc. Whereas Reverse Valley is drop it and go. Yeah. So, okay. 4 of the important stuff: Elixir, Ultra Ball, Seeker. We've got 2 of the Rope, as well as 1 switch. Playing these over Floatstones because he wants to have tools on all of his other dudes a lot of the time. And what Darkrai likes to do is only set up 2 energy on each of them. You've got EXP Share on one, you've got Fury Belts on the others, and you're just moving between them because you keep the energy in play, Force Lysanders, stuff like that. So you want to have these cards that force you to switch that aren't Floatstone. Really different to the European lists that played 4 Floatstone, but they were Garbodor lists. So, oh, this does play 1 Float as well. Sorry, but it's mainly the heavy switch cards that are important here. Do we like 2 Rope over just 2 Switch? Is it just because you then have an out to Jolteon, etc.?
There's that, and also when I was just playing it there, I always liked hitting Rope. It's just another really good card. A lot of the time, because it's a faster deck as well, it means that if you're roping on the early turns, they're promoting something that maybe isn't fully set up, or they don't want to be knocked out, and it's just like a pseudo Lysander. And then when you're doing one of these other things like delinquenting or scintillating or whatever as well, I just think it's on top of those. It's really nice.
Okie doke. 2 XP share. We've said how important it is just to maintain the board state of Dark Pulse. Fury Belt pushes you really into awkward numbers. It actually means that you have I think you're actually favoured against Mega Guardy with resistance and high Fury Belt count, because I think definitely if you play the Silent Lab build, because you can deny their crazy Pokemon discards and stuff, and with that resistance it makes it sometimes they have to 3-hit you. Again, this deck has the healing to boot as well, so you can, with Fury Belt and the healing, you can push yourself into 3 hits against them. Whereas even if they play Fairy Drop, there comes a point in your board state where you have like 8 energy on board and you're doing 140 each time, so you don't actually mind too much about things like a Fairy Drop, stuff like that. So yeah, decent. And Fury Belt's just really good in general. 2 Mail, just the 1E Hammer. Do you think it's ever worth... Well, is it worth just playing 1E Hammer?
I think it's still fine.
Yeah.
Is he targeting anything specifically with 1?
No, again, it's field and matchup dependent, but I suppose without Parallel, you're going to struggle against Mega Ray regardless.
Yep.
I do like 1E Hammer though. It's still, if Evitor was still fairly popular, it's Destruction. In this format that they're in, maybe not so much. I mean, you do have again the stage 1s, which does rely heavily on the DC, obviously, but things like Mega Guardy, Volk, Greninja have been doing well. A couple of lists I've seen, the Greninjas have dropped down to 2 splash, so
where have you been looking?
You really need it 1 or twice.
Where have you been looking, Luke?
Just online when I've been playing, just from personal experience.
Don't trust PTCGO.
But
I mean, it's an easy card. If you're at 59 cards, it's an easy one to include. That'll have inherent value at some point during the day.
Yeah, I like it.
I
I wasn't disliking it. I was just asking the question. I personally really like it. Okay, and then 1 Float, 1 Switch. More switching options. He's never going to struggle for keeping up attackers and forcing you to Lysander up a half-damaged one. If you do that, then you've still got another one on the board, ready to go, fully healed, etc. It just forces more cards from the opponent by having so many switching options. So, what do we think about the list? What's the bad matchups for this deck? Because it sets up a lot of the time, and it seems to just out-hit a lot of decks right now.
Mega Ray, as we discussed, is probably a pretty bad matchup.
But we can work MegaRay, can't we, with stadiums and stuff?
Zygarde.
Well, yeah,
Zygarde. I mean, how far in the weeds you want to go? Like Zygarde, Carbink.
Whoa.
But in terms of main meta decks, Rainbow Road, I guess, is pretty difficult.
I must admit, I was playing it on the ladder whilst you were playing some viewers, and I did lose to a Rainbow Road, and it was kind of like they just did it the same. They did a similar thing to you, but their damage output was higher, and then they're a non-EX, so it feels like you can struggle with that.
Okay, but overall, solid deck that can tackle the main things in the format. Definitely,
I really like the deck at the moment. Actually, I think
what think
Kyle said on the Super Broadcast about it taking the concept of Yveltal's hitting stuff really hard and then forgetting about Garb and just hitting things even harder.
That was what I was getting on to. Do you like the list without Garb, or do you like the Schultz build of still playing 2/2 Garb, 4 Floatstone, and then I think they play 2 Fury about 1 EXP share?
I love the consistency of this list.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think I'd consider with this list if you go in the straight, more aggressive turn. Maybe playing a second hex.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'd consider. If you've not got Garb or Silent Lab, I
Yeah.
think maybe a second hex would be quite good. People don't expect to see 2 hex anymore in a lot of decks as well, so people won't play around it as such, and you can catch people off guard.
Yeah, I remember turning heads with a second hex sometimes.
Yeah.
Just last weekend, okay, or the weekend before. Right, Carl Sitavi is also playing stage 1s. He's playing the actually, it's a very not normal line of Pokemon.
Whoa, these are
4 Vespiquen, 2 Zebras, 4 Klefki, only 3 Unknown, only 3 Shaman. And then he's playing, instead of Garbodor, because who needs it, 2 Eevee, 1 Vaporeon, 1 Zoro, and Mew EX. Thoughts?
He had a colorful day, I'm sure. I look at this and I guess he covers his Volcanion matchup with the Eevee Vaporeon. I guess that's the key there. Not sure where Zoroark fits in.
I think
that
Zoroark
seems
fits
weird
in
to me.
Just as well. Firstly, it's just another attacker. It's good early on if you just happen to find the pieces early on.
That's the big thing for me. How often does he find his 1/1 Zoroark or his?
I don't think enough to make it worth it. With full Acrobike as well, I feel like you lose any value of a 1/1, even though he plays a Buddy as well as 2 Revitalizer. I think you lose the value a lot of the time. 2/1 Vaporeon's so cute though. I don't like it, but it's really cute. At what point do you just say, I'll drop Zeb Striker and go to a heavier evolution line and just have a Jolteon as well? Do you think there's a time when you do that or not?
I don't think there is.
No. Do you think only Vaporeon, if any?
I think there's got to be a time where your Veltol isn't anywhere near as popular. Like it wasn't popular. It wasn't in the top 8 at all, as we've seen here. But it's still a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever there's still the threat of being lightning weak and having ability lock as well, that's what you don't. As soon as that's not a threat, then I think Jolteon's fine, and you can go for a thicker line.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Zeb Striker's just too nice of a counter.
Yeah.
To
it's
not
too
play
clean.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, and we saw with all the Mega Ray we saw. I mean, Zeb Striker again, about the cleanest answer you can get.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where to carry on with this Pokemon count. The 1/1 Zoroark confuses me so much. I just want to hear his reasoning. Is he playing any Switch cards in here? No, he's playing 0 Switch cards. Okay, so that's probably why he plays Zoroark. Because he plays 0 Switch cards. Vaporeon has 2 Retreat, and then just starting with random stuff. So
I don't know.
it's kind of
I'm
crazy.
kind of at a loss.
Yeah.
Kind of-
Okay.
I mean, he did better than probably I would have done if I went. So you can't dog too much. I don't get. I would love to hear the reasoning behind it, just like you. Maybe it's something that we're just not seeing, and it has a very good function. But right now, it just looks like 2 cards that could have been literally anything else in his
Another
list.
unknown and another Shaman is the first
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
I think I'd
Unknown
do.
plus Switch card. Shaman
Yeah.
plus Switch card. Anyway.
I think it's really interesting though. The fact that this got top 4 as well.
Mhm.
There must be a reason for it. So I'd love to. I wonder if anyone knows it in the chat. Chat, talk to us.
Chat, help us.
If
Okay.
we'll carry on, and I'll keep an eye on chat.
This is the support account that at least I love. 4 Sycamore, 2N, 2 Lysander, 1 Teammates. I think that's the cleanest support account for Vespi Zebras.
Yeah, nice.
Only 1 faded, 1 parallel. Ugh.
It's the drizzling shits in this deck. Like I get it. I don't functionally see. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I know that my teammate Stefan, he really loves parallel in Vespiquen because it's extra speedy discards when you're the one doing it. And I guess at the same time, if people are dropping parallel, then you're the one dictating it a lot more often. So that's good for you. But I still just find it so risky.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. 4 Acro, 4 VS, 4 Ultra, 2 Revitalizer, 2 Special Charge, and a cheeky little Buddy. Do we like Buddy in here on its own? Does it ever replace a Revitalizer, or is 2 too important?
I think 2's pretty important, but I like the Buddy as well. I like just having that freedom of, especially with if we're going along the lines of this Vaporeon and Zoroark line, I really like just picking and choosing exactly what you want, or having that extra one draw from an unknown, or picking up a Shaman or whatever. I think it's actually quite a nice little card in the list.
Yeah. What do you think about the 2-1 Vaporeon line rather than the 2-1 Zoroark as well? Why is he weighted one heavier than the other?
I was going to ask you the same question. 'Cause, like,
What on earth's going on here?
I guess. Look back. I guess because Vaporeon serves a specific matchup, whereas Zoroark is just a tech for moving.
Okay.
But still.
But questions are being asked.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Semi-Ice says Carla's a pretty good player. He's almost at 300 CP, but his lists are unique for his playstyle. Yeah,
we can see that.
It's
okay. Look, I understand. You select lists based on you select the deck you're playing based on your play style. Like specific cards, for example, like this 1/1 Zoro line that we cannot come to terms with because we're all kind of confused by it. That deserves an explanation because right now you guys are good players. I'm a person that's on here, so I have a mic and a voice, so it matters right now. And it just doesn't make sense. And this is not taking. He did great. He had a great performance at the tournament. The question we're asking is, what is the decision tree there? Because, typically you think of Zoroark rush and retreat to mitigate some things that have difficult retreat costs. But right now, it's not even doing that. And it's actually, it's a spot. It's an underwhelming spot to put a DCE, which in a deck like this, every attachment matters. So it's nothing. We're not saying he's not a good player. It's just this is a very bizarre thing we're having difficult coming to terms with. So don't get it twisted out there. We're not bashing anybody for their play skill. These are list related analyses that we're trying to do. And this just doesn't make any sense
because
the person speaking right now.
I've played Vespiquen Zoroark before with like thick Zoro, and I like thick Zoroark because Mind Jack turn 2 is often better than a turn 2 B Revenge. I get that, but when it's only a 1/1, that's where it confuses me.
If there's a float stone in here, then maybe just have some utility for moving stuff around, but there's not even that, so...
Not even that. Okay. Right, we're still scratching our heads. Let's get on to the top 2. And this is even more of a head scratcher. Dylan Bryan's list. Oh, talking of play styles. Okay. 4/4 Vespi. 2/2 Zebras. We're all fine with that, right? 4 unknowns.
Yes.
A 3/2 Octillery line. 3/2. Let's just let that sink in.
This list is nuts.
2 Rattata, 2 Klefki, 1/1 Garb, 1 Shaman, 1 Mew EX.
1 Shaman, wow.
Yeah,
1
that's
Shaman
what hits
equals
me.
wow. Yeah.
I suppose he's targeting Octillery after turn 1.
Yeah, I think he's
still.
targeting Octillery a lot of the games. I think sometimes he never Shamans.
Yeah.
Wins in mirrors, I'm certain.
Yeah.
Mixed racing
2
pretty cool.
Rattatas are interesting.
2 Rattata. What do you think about Rattata? It's in here. Well, in my opinion, it's in here mainly to get rid of Fury Belts so you can get things into better ranges.
I think you need to play Parallel if you're playing Rattata, though, to bounce it away. You don't want that sitting on your bench.
No, you don't. 0 Raticate as well. Maybe even that would be an option. Just 1.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Klefki was an interesting, just 2. That was interesting compared to obviously every other list had 4, and it does make those functionally good discards with unknown. Attach discard, get 2 in the bin.
Yeah.
So with 2 that's also a clever change.
Dylan's list is definitely, it's more progressive. It doesn't care about turn 1. It hopes to say, you know what, let me get 2 Combi down and a Remoraid turn 1. That's all I really need. And then turn 2 will start going, or attempting to go crazy, I think, a lot of the time. So it's not like the other builds that we've seen where they go attach clef key to clef key, attach clef key onto unknown, get rid of 3, because next turn this is going to be great. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything turn 1 anyway. Let me just chill.
Yeah. I'm looking at the trainer counts, and there's some bizarre counts.
Yeah, there's some interesting counts here too. So 4 Sycamore, 2N, 2 Lysander. That's been the same for all of them, I think.
Yeah.
1 Olympia is his switching option, which I don't dislike because he is
No.
playing Artillery and Garb.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that Clef Key is oftentimes a tool that you put on Garbodor with this list,
Oh, yeah,
which is
that's
really
cool.
cool because it discards itself at the end. We've got the 1 of Faded, which we like. 4 Acro, 4 Ultra, only 3 VS Seeker, so he definitely was happy enough. Well, I think he was favouring the 29 Pokemon count more than anything else. I think he enjoyed the 3rd Remoraid over just 4 VS. I think he always wanted to hit Remoraid turn 1, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I think more than anything. And obviously when you're drawing more cards with Artillery, you need VS Seeker less, so you can maybe be more selective with them. I've played a few decks with 3 VS Seeker this format, and I've not felt too disadvantaged at all. For a long time I've been playing 3 VS in Volk because I prefer physical supporter cards like the 3rd N instead, just because turn 1 it's an N rather than a turn 1 dead card. So I can see 3 VS Seeker not being too terrible. I know people would cringe at it. I know that in the comments when it went up on Facebook, a lot of people were like, where's your 4th VS Seeker? Did you lose it or whatever?
Card missing.
Is this a 59 card deck? Stuff like that. But I'm not a hater of 3 VS. I'm pretty open to it. 2 special charges normal. Only 1 Revitalizer, 1 Buddy Buddy. That's what I was getting to with my line of questioning earlier. So yeah, Dylan's gone ahead and done it. And then the 1 Float and the 1 Lucky Helmet, boys. Let's go. Kirk, I was telling you about Lucky Helmet 3 weeks ago. I was telling the world that they were sleeping on it. And here we go. Lucky Helmet comes second.
Strongest card on Earth.
Buy your playsets now.
Buy your playset.
Catch me at the next tournament wearing a Lucky Helmet. Finally.
What do you think of it?
Who?
You.
I like it. It means that
I don't know how heavy a helmet is, so I don't know what it's going to be like wearing it for 9 hours, but I'll do my best if that's what people want to see.
So Dylan's only playing 1 Floatstone. So the Garbodor is really niche. You have to be super careful with his Garb. So it's Clef Keys. Sometimes Lucky Helmet even goes on Garb. And the 1 Float. So having a total of 4 means he can put Garb up when he needs to, right? But with only a thin line, he's saying, you know what, Greninja's going down in play. Other things like Garb doesn't actually help out against Volk. The only thing it stops is the non-EX just power heatering through you. But that matchup is still almost a lost cause, so just ignore that.
If he was playing 4 Klefki, I'd actually really like the 1/1 Garb in the Volk matchup. I think that is so.
It's really cool, right?
End your turn, attach it. They have no abilities. Come back into your turn, you get your abilities back.
Yeah, it's cool.
I really like that. But only 2 Klefki with that in mind, it's, I don't know.
I think for me, my biggest question marks in this list is the 2 Rattata. I think these are question mark cards.
Yeah. Where's he finding the bench space for all of this stuff?
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a question we have to ask. Yeah, I wouldn't mind cutting this, going to 3rd Clef Key, and then throwing in an extra card, teammates or 2nd Float maybe. Then you can cut Olympia and go to teammates, maybe something like that.
Yeah, you do like teammates, don't you?
I love teammates.
Teammates
in this
is
deck.
awesome.
In this deck, it just makes so much sense. I've played Vespiquen since it came out, and Teammates has been the MVP and will still remain the MVP in my eyes for this deck. Even with Octillery, I think it's super clutch.
Yeah.
Alright.
I agree.
Cool. Last list. Chris Siakala, I want to say. Playing a Turbo Dark deck. I think it's the same list. Oh no, it's slightly different to Kyle's. Pokemon the same, energy the same. We're all happy with this. The supporter line is much less crazy. It's just 4 Sycamore, 3N, 2 Lysander, 1 Hex, 1 PCL, 1 Grunt. So, no Delinquent and no Olympia. Not necessarily a bad thing, I don't think.
No.
We said Olympia was probably the cut that we saw, and some players just don't like playing Delinquent straight up. And if other people with the same deck are playing Delinquent, naturally people play around it without you actually having to make the slot. So sometimes that can work in your favour. He's playing a 3 count of Stadium. This time it's the 1 Parallel and 2 Silent Lab. So you can see how he had a defense mechanism against a couple of these decks. Parallel and Silent Lab, both really good for Volcanion, and both really good for Rayquaza and other, even Mega Guardi to an extent for both of these. So, do we like this more than Reverse Valley, or is it just a preference thing, or what do we think?
Yeah, I quite like it. I think Silent Labs. I've started playing a couple of decks that I've been playing around with. It shuts down a lot of things in the format right now and slows them down. Volk, without Garb, Volk, it's one of these decks where if you don't have a way to deal with Volk, it's so consistent that you're going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
In a big tournament where you're going to play it a couple of times, it's going to be difficult. So something like Silent Lab and Parallel, which both, I would say, are both effective against that deck, it definitely helps that matchup, and I can see why you went deep with that.
Mm-hmm. And when we saw Carl's list, we were saying, look how simple it is. But this list is even more simple in many ways. It's just got... So the 2 cuts for the supporters were flip-flopping the Stadiums and adding 1, and then adding a 3rd Trainer's Mail. Those are like the only differences in the entire list. So plus 1 consistency card, plus 1 disruption card. That's it, really. I think Olympia for me was the least impactful card in Carl's list, so I like that wasn't played. Delinquent is one that people will swear by and people will never play, I think, personally. Delinquent's a card I've never played, I don't think. But I oftentimes am super scared of it at the same time, so...
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I do like this list more than Carl's, though, I think, overall, just for the Stadium count.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
I can agree with that.
Okie dokie. Any more comments on this deck or the list or anything?
No,
I think it's pretty fair.
Good. Let's play some Sun and Moon. I'm done with this. I'm so out of here.
Well, on this pause, fellas, I at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have to get on with my life for a little bit, but I appreciate you guys having me. It's been great. It's been short. I didn't know I was hopping in to do some deck list analysis, but hopefully I didn't ruin your all's mojo too bad on the first couple lists when I kept trampling over everybody else.
It's all good, man. You're the guest.
Fine. Indeed.
All right. Yeah, have a good night, fellas. I'll tune in for the rest of the night if I can.
Cheers, mate.
All right, cheers. See you soon.
Alrighty, guys. So, back to Sun and Moon. Half decent decks, at least. And we'll see what goes on. Jack, let us battle.
Jack there.
I hope he's there. Has he said did he go somewhere? He might have. Luke.
No, I'm here.
Oh, Jack's
I
back.
mean, go over the anyway. But yeah, I was here. Oh, that means you didn't hear my comment about the Turbo Dark.
Oh, what did you say?
I was just saying how I thought it's interesting how the end of the format it has gone round, and it's just been such a weird sort of metagame shift over the past 3 months. That there's been like Yveltal best deck in format, but it's been up and down with various other things, and there's been different things winning each week, and I think it's just been a really, really good format, as sort of stable as it, or as little as Evolution's changed.
Nice one.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look at some more whispers that we've got. Jack, have you seen these?
I can't open them. Wait, let me reload if I can.
They are insanely funny. They are great. It's getting downloaded right now. I think your one is the first that's going up because it's absolutely hilarious. Oh my goodness. Right, let me add this. Played the OmniPoke Passimian deck yesterday and went 9-0 in versus. Not bad. Not bad.
Pretty good.
There's still hope, guys. Image. They're all so funny.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
Where are they? Downloads? Probably in downloads. Yep. Let's get Jack in here. There he is. That is genius. Okay. Me and Jack just chilling, having a normal night here at OmniPoke. I'll throw Luke in later.
Oh lord.
Throw him under the bus.
Is it going to be Golduck by any chance?
No.
Oh, okay.
Even better.
God, it's Zygarde.
How could it be Zygarde? You as a transformer.
Yeah.
Get on it, guys.
You know who you are. Oh,
Ducks out for Jack. Did Jack do something with his hair? The hair is the best bit. Like...
Well, it used to have long hair.
The hair is the best bit by far. Oh my god. The face and the hair. That's you when you're like 80, Jack. That's the thing. Jack's gonna live abroad.
Loving life.
Just chill. He's got a little purple cardigan. And a fan. It's gonna be a silver fox. Slash, you know, Oranguru.
Oh, Beetle.
Curious George gets replaced by Jolly Jack. Looks like my granny. It just fits so well. Jack old, yeah. How did we not see that? Interesting. Interesting matchup. God, it's so cold in here.
I'm assuming this is some sort of Volcanion deck.
Oh, do ya? It's Decidueye, mate.
Okay. If you say so.
Terrible turn one.
I'm not sure what your deck plays, so I'm gonna... Oh, lovely.
That was
Sorry,
loud.
mate. It's alright.
Top quality stream, guys.
They loved it.
Why can't I log into Pokemon? I don't know whether it was. Well, no, it must have been this week that we hit 500 followers.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Thank you,
Oh,
every
boy.
single one of you that's followed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Problems occurring. That's just great news, isn't it? Isn't it, guys? Isn't that just great news? Thought you'd like that.
Oh, I've just seen it, Joe. Whoops.
That's incredible!
Whoopsie.
Be careful now, Acrobike. Don't do things.
There's some cards here that we need
Just a few.
that we don't want to discard.
Unknown chain begins.
Always the way.
Bloody hell.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Illuminate.
You went for it.
Zephyrus is now following. Thanks so much.
That's Ben. Zephyrus. Good old Ben. Now, I don't even know if I want to put down this sky field. Because I don't want you to have more things to be able to bounce yourself, so we're just going to stick them all away.
You crazy, man.
Maybe we should have.
Ben, Ben, Ben. Don't you dare do it, Luke.
Don't you do it.
Beetle. Didn't even get an energy.
Said he didn't want to give me draws, then gave me draws.
I wanted to dig. Dig, dig, dig.
Lots of Raichu potential. Not many DCE. Solution? Dig.
If all else fails.
Diglet dig.
Oh, Joe, apparently we've got a Zygarde.
The
A Luke
Zygarde is here?
Zygarde.
Oh dear. Ooh, interesting.
Hello, DCEs. Where are you?
Raichu numero uno. That's what we need. Do I even take anything from this? I guess not. We don't need damage that badly. How much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's all we need. The only thing is we're milling a card that we don't need. Unless we do need it. That's the thing. Okay, we'll chill. We'll just wobble.
I'll be right back, guys.
David Allen, how's it going? Okay. What a hand. Okay. More ends.
I've got nothing else going on.
Oh, this hand. That's almost incredible. Ah, Sky Return. Cheers, Kirk, for popping by. We'll definitely have you on again. Someone just noted that you're playing Giovanni over Kukui Luke.
Oh yeah, I haven't updated it.
Rip Kirkham.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Do with this hand. Okay.
Don't be too intimidated by my turn. Oh, bum soup. Don't be bottom card of deck.
This is an interesting matchup. I mean, I could just auto win here, to be honest, but
Go on then.
Do it.
they've got to be bothered. I think deck out's probably just as fun.
Brilliant.
What have you been looking for? You got some DC prizes, isn't it? It's obviously low on DC supporters.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Just now have another Olympia.
No. Bumblebee prized.
I also had Karen in my hand.
Cool.
I was like, ugh.
That's just not right. Let's have another game.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to update a couple of lists, actually.
Okay. Jack?
One or
you
two.
about?
Only a couple of minutes. But yeah, if you want to have a game with Jack first.
Yeah, go for it.
Check
Okay.
the memes. Oh boy.
I'm actually looking forward to going to a pre-release this weekend. It's been a while.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
What?
Oh, Jack, have you seen it?
No, I can't open it.
Oh
so
my god, it's so stupid.
I'm waiting until you get it in the stream.
Oh god. Oh, dearie me. Okay, let's get this in. Now this is a hand. Holy!
It's a lot of good cards.
It's all the good cards. Oh, Passimian. You are just a deck, aren't you? You're such a deck. Look at this deck. Just doing deck things. Doing things a deck should do. Look at this. This is just wrong. Look at what just happened. Reflect on that for a moment.
You're getting excited.
And think, is there anything else you could do with this turn? Yes, of course there is. I've just got a new 7-card hand. I think we just do this and go here. 12. Maybe this. Yeah, this is reasonable.
Well then.
Do we play Kukui in here? No, we don't. We just play we play balloons. Kukui is Kukui is staple when choice bands in the list for sure.
For sure.
But until then we need the bigger push, so we just play balloons. It's pretty decent turn 1 from the old man over there. Still waiting for tool removal. Been waiting. It's been 3,000 years.
It's going to be a long time till we get it.
Oh, moving the heat
Yeah, it's
closer.
interesting that they're still not bringing anything.
I don't think they will. Dream. You can do it, catcher. You can flip a heads. Yes!
Oh my
You did
god.
You did it!
My days. Oh my Hanan days.
What did you do last turn? What didn't you do last turn?
Got a decent board, I'd say.
3 nest balls, that's disgusting. Like, it's only just fully clicked.
You like the Carving Strong Energy build more? To be honest, I've not played that build, so can't really comment. It feels obviously a lot slower, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh my goodness.
I can blow up too. Oh, nearly clicked Burning Rule. Panic stations. Okay. Cards are cards are cards. Oh, I keep flicking back to the stream, Joe, just to check whether you've put Zygarde in.
No, I haven't put it in yet. Too engrossed in this game.
But I'm excited.
Sorry. I think I have enough draw to not need Shaman here. Need to hit a revive. It's not a bad card.
I wonder whether I should have taken your Shaman there.
Ah, okay. DCE was my third card.
It's not a revive.
That's a revive. Cards we no longer need equals Nest Ball.
Nest ball and no testes.
Let's play as a team. Here it comes. Oh, he's got the one-off. That surprises me.
So who's winning then, guys? What is it? What's Passimian
Pretty
versus
close. Volk again. So, I think this turn I attack with Passimian. I don't think I need to play anything other than team play.
Don't want to team play anything else.
Oh, I've just seen the picture of Jack.
Oh, that reminds me, let's get Zygarde on. Kirk guard.
Aptly named Kirk Guard.
Oh, come on. Where are you? Beetle.
There you go.
Oh, I have to download it again. Hold on. What's happened? Did I die? What happened? Ranger? Okay. We can live with Ranger. We can live with that, for sure.
Orangaroo. Orangaroo. Orangaroo.
I have a Ranger. I have a Roo. Orangaroo.
Oh, Yellow Swallow's in here.
What
Hello.
up, Yellow Swallow? Is the Volk build an updated one? Yeah, it's paying like 1 nest ball. I think that's like one of the only changes.
Oh, this one. This one isn't.
Oh, this isn't? Okay.
No. It's still got no nest balls in it. Oh, so
Singing
awkward.
Hype. Yep. 2 prizes away, but we're on the warpath now. The monkey warpath. And we all know what that means.
Do we?
Listen, Luke, we all know what it means, okay?
Oh dear.
Oh, this is tough.
Where are all your energies, Jack?
We're on the discard.
He was tempoing out with Entei and Volcanion early on, so no power heaters happen.
Oh boy.
Oh, if I do that, it's useless, really. If I do that, without following up the knockout, it does nothing. So, do I Sycamore?
Oh.
So many resources. So many things
So
being
little time.
discarded.
Wow, digging for the last elixir.
So, how come the team decks are out online? Does that mean that
They are tournament
the team
legal
decks have been
before
released?
Yeah. They are tournament legal before the main set are. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
So
Yeah,
would they be legal this weekend, for example?
No.
Anything in the team deck?
No.
No.
So they keep changing the rules in regards to when a set is legal, so I'm not 100%.
I am the rules. No response to that. It really is there.
No. Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Connor said the theme decks are legal the same day as the set.
Oh, okay. That's fine. It's cool. I don't mind being corrected.
So we don't want this. Don't think we want this. Orangaroo.
My man. My main man. Passimian. Look at him just holding a melon. Just, you know, just team play. Further
Absolute
thoughts on Passimian after
team.
testing. I think Volk is one of the biggest challenges for this deck, so it's good that we're having this, getting it thrashed out now. I have like balloons, but obviously this is a matchup where Fury Belt was useless, so that went without saying, really. Beyond that, it's a good deck. Wow, look at those draws. Knit bid.
Did I lose?
No, not yet. Oh.
Yes.
Makes life easier. Monkey. Yep. That'll do it. I just love that my deck is all outs. It's absurd. The things I was holding were just acrobikes, males, everything.
Was there anything that you could have I
Thinned.
could have ended you into?
Could have ended me into town map revive, escape rope.
So N wasn't a lost cause then?
No.
Okay. Because I didn't see any other way.
Let me see what else is dead. So I had 2 revives that are dead.
Okay.
1 Skyfield, 1 balloon. I had some dead cards, but as long as I had some insta play out of any of those, I can draw more with Oranguru anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Whateversies.
Jeej.
Not bad. Not bad. Seems like Passimian has problems with rogue decks. What rogue decks would it really struggle with?
It seems like a good deck against
I think
rogue
it's a
decks,
rogue killer.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Because it kills virtually all non-EXs or GXs for very little energy, and it's only a 1 prize Pokemon, so.
Zygarde.
Oh yeah, I need to re-download it. Where's my mouse? That's over here.
Zygarde. Clap, clap, clap.
Okay, that goes away. goes away. OBS comes on. We look at, oh dear.
Oh, that's a hand.
My hand.
Mm.
You're having a beetle, aren't you? Yeah, don't worry, I'm adding Zygarde now.
Do you have to?
I can bloody find it. Where is this thing? Literally can't even find it. It's so weird. Okay, let me draw some cards. Hold on. Where is it? This PC. Downloads. What the bleeding hell? No matches. That's really weird. I wonder why.
No matches for what? Sorry.
Your photo. It's alphabetical. I know it is. Don't worry. I'm literally just not seeing anything. Let me try and save it in a different place. Save image as.
Yeah, buddy, feel that Lysander.
Value. Oh boy, you're in trouble. So, Luke, Golduck.
Yes.
Do you agree that it's bad yet?
Well, I haven't played my own list yet, so I can't.
Brilliant.
Can't really say. It seems to. I don't know how many. You seem to have a lot of ball search, but you don't seem to be able to get it when you need it.
No, I don't, mate. No, I don't. 4 Psyduck, 4 dive, 4 level doesn't seem to be enough.
Maybe more supporters.
Brilliant. I want all. It's not on my Hearthstone deck tracker.
Oh.
I can't find the Zygarde thing. This is really triggering me now.
I quickly came over and deleted it. Mr. Trillium 22, that's actually what he's playing, believe it or not. He's just not drawing very well. I just got smacked.
No, I'm playing how the deck should play. It's a bad deck, so it's fine.
All the hate.
Just all those things that I said about it were true. It's interesting that, somehow. I just find that an interesting thing. Don't know about you, but oh, sick. Game over.
Need to play more than 60 cards.
You're so good at this game, Luke.
When you've got it, you got it.
Oh, my apologies. It's only 3 level ball, 4 dive ball. Let's cut some things.
Well, that's why it didn't work.
Duh. Just do that. The 1 card cut. That's incredible. Four dive for level 4 nest. Just
Find
enough.
all of the Pokemons.
God, I'm so cold.
Any deck you want me to play?
Whatever you want, mate. But isn't Zygarde go match now?
Okay.
Because I am playing Golduck again, so.
Okay. I don't know if I don't. This is probably not a great matchup either.
For Golduck,
Yeah.
do you know why?
Because it's too good.
Yeah.
When you start shaming every time, though. Beetle.
I've seen the Zygarde.
Oh my god, what is this hand? Such a beetle.
Oh, I definitely forgot to make a change in this list as well, like a beetle.
I believe that Psyduck is safe.
How much HP does it have?
70.
70, probably, yeah. You're probably right. Because I literally have no other playable cards in my hand other than an end right now.
Clap, 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 clap. Look at that artwork, guys. Look at that artwork. And tell me you don't want to play this deck. Because I can. I can look that Psyduck square in the face and say, I am not playing you. Interesting.
Oh no, my hand is shit. This is why I don't understand how people do well with Mewtwo.
I don't understand how people do well with Golduck.
It's good. It's going to win here.
Yeah, about that. What a beetle. You ready to get scratched?
Feel the burn. Oh god.
Here we go.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, but Nick, I identified that I would not play the card despite its artwork. That's the difference. Stop being such a scrub, Nick. Yep. This deck is so bad I can't take it anymore. You're not the one playing it.
See you later, buddy.
Cheers, Razak, if you're actually going. Okay, new Link, new Zygarde. Okie doke, is it my turn? Oh, it is. Okay. That is a Mega Mewtwo.
Moot.
And he has a plan. It's a plan of action and destruction.
Oh boy.
Despair.
Shenanigans happening.
Maybe. Maybe the dream? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Do I want to believe? Or do I be a coward? And my sandalwood Golduck? No, we can't do that really. We need to cash in on this guy.
Question is Golduck going to become the new Shauna?
Nope.
Or the new Delphox? Oh, it's the new Delphox. That's what it is.
Yeah, it can be that if you want.
I like.
I wonder if I've got one. Let me have a look.
Kablammy.
Regrettably, I think I put it in the playable pile. Yeah, I did. Because it's not in the unplayable pile. Oh wait, maybe it. Where are you, Golduck? Elusive little duckling.
There he is. Long awaited. The Kirk army is complete. Is it me? Is it me? Oh my goodness, he couldn't even KO me. Holy!
Can't do shh. My hand is so bad. I hate Mewtwo.
Do you play
I'm not even
Hex?
playing Garb.
Yeah, you played Hex. Don't be fooled, guys. He should have won this game. 110, so I could actually attach an energy if I want to. No, we just keep it. Right. Oh, I can't attack with Mew, obviously. The balloon is good there, though. I still like the balloon there. It's fine. Double jitter.
This game.
Must be pretty salty losing to a deck as bad as this.
Yep.
What's this? Parallel? that's it then. Nick, Golduck isn't even interesting. It's in fact very uninteresting. It struggles to win games when it has abilities. So just face a Garb. Yeah? You know what I mean? To me, it's a very uninteresting deck.
You love it, really.
I think it's a great deck for budget players, though. I think it teaches you a lot about the game. For a newer player, this looks like a really good deck to pick up. I will give it that.
You're so kind.
If it could do 120 anywhere,
Brilliant.
then we'd be talking.
You know what I can do? I can make up cards and they sound really good. Damn it, Luke. That's the one pet peeve I have of so many videos. So many people say like, oh, if it was just one less energy. It's like, well, it's not, is it? It's not. And it's not going to be. So what you said is irrelevant, sir. Anyway, that's Golduck. There's more of it next week.
Savage Streak week 2.
Because I'm just in such a bad mood. I've got earache. I'm snotty. I'm tired. Cold. It's so cold in here. My stingy father does not put the heating on in this room. Such a stinge bag. Anyway, Golduck equals not good. Passimian requires further testing. Potentially is just below the line of playability, but with the right matchups it will take down tournaments. Because you can have 1 or 2 freebies against the Umbreon here or there, and then you'll set a good record, and you just do consistent things against lots of different decks. So I can see this seems to be a deck that I think will just will just frequently top cut, because you're always going to have a decent enough day. You're never going to have a negative record with Passimian, I don't think. So I think just the lucky Passimian players will get top 8s here or there. But still requires testing. And it may be one to keep in the locker until choice banned. But yeah, that'll be it for the Savage stream, guys. Thanks for the extra memes. We needed more of them. This channel did not have enough already.
We seem to get a new meme each week.
At least one each week. So we'll be leaving it there. And tune in next week just before Sun and Moon comes out. So again, we might have to be testing more of these sorts of decks. Maybe we'll try some expanded decks with some of the Sun and Moon cards that we have.
We could. I was going to suggest we could come up with our own little format, just for a week.
Format, sure. Okay.
We've got a week to think about what kind of format we could use, just so we can see some other cards, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all. Right then, that'll be it for the stream, guys. Thanks so much for watching. More uploads, more Sun and Moon stuff coming out on the channel. We still have a backlog of a few decks before we get back onto PTCGO. I'll probably have to profile Golduck as well, and I'll try and contain myself. I love that you guys on the stream, you've seen the real me now. That's the worry. Like, I try and be like professional and stuff on the YouTube, but not here. I've got no time for Golduck right here. But I'll put on a smile and talk about Golduck on the channel at some point, I'm sure. So,
like you said, sell its pros, the budget side of it.
Yeah, that's the only selling point for me, but that's not bad. Okay, so
thank you very much for joining.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed.
Cheers, guys.
Kirk from Super Roadcast as well. You can see his little logo in the bottom left corner. They do a good podcast as well, so check them out for sure. And maybe they'll be back on once or twice again, just whenever he or we feel like it. So yeah, more of the same, and we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye, guys.